It should have started yesterday.
Hello, Dante, and welcome to your favorite D&D podcast, The Taste of the Skies. With me here today, as always, is Troy playing Chef, Sean Swanson playing Yvel,
That is
Jared
me.
playing the one and only Kingston, and Gage playing an evil bastard named Tulson. Would one of y'all like to... and of course, I, as always, am your humble dungeon master, Coke. Would one of y'all like to kick it off today with a recap of our previous session? I know it's been a little bit.
Just a smidge.
Yeah, I've got it. I think I've got it on lock. Honestly,
Okay.
just give me a second to get out of this gas station, and I will immediately begin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kingston's fucked.
All right, so we ended the previous session. Well, we started the previous session by where the session before that ended off, and we were heading back home after dealing with those cringy bastards, the wizard's fucking foreskin or whatever.
The wizard
Um,
one.
yeah, and and so we came back and we're all getting ready for bed, and
The
it's
wizard
like it's
foreskin is what the firebolts call them.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I'm glad. I'm gl-
I said it. It's canon.
It's
The
canon.
wizard's foreskin, huh? You think you're tough? Get ready to be circumcised.
I'm glad I I'm glad I could contribute to the canon for that. But anyway, we all start getting ready for our meetings, and Novell goes off to bed, as well as most of the other characters. I think Jared's character stayed up for a little bit,
So
um,
did Tolson.
and Tulson, and
I broke a bed.
yes, I was about to say that. Chef tries to lay on a bed for the first time, doesn't find any real satisfaction from it, but moments later, the bed starts like creaking and groaning, and then just snaps. Avella's like, "What the fuck was that loud bang I just heard? Let me go make sure my party members aren't getting attacked." And goes out and goes to check and see everything's okay. A short dialogue exchange between Chef Kingston and Avell. Tolson doesn't care too much, if I remember correctly. Um, and I'm going about my business. I go to check to see if the room is properly barricaded or not barricaded. Um, any signs of intrusion
Everything's
and
good.
making sure everything is locked and secured. I notice something is awry, and I mentally communicate to Kingston to scan the room for any like living beings. And Kingston did so. Found two people in the closet, and they were up to some pretty naughty things in there. And we ain't talking 7 minutes in heaven. Um, and so so basically, what ended up happening after some quick discussion from everyone, um, and us like remaining as calm and natural as possible, um, Tolson ended up casting sickening radiance um, into the closet, and pretty much
Microwave.
while Kingston also put runes up on the closet. They tried to escape and do some shit, but like one guy died almost instantaneously. Um, the other guy tried to go for the window where I was, and and Annabelle grabbed him, and then Chef came down on him with his great hammer. Um,
My walk.
and surprise, surprise! Out from the curtain, there's a sniper that snipes off that one guy, so we can't question him. Um, And so then uh, the chase begins. Avell in a quick fury of sequence. Oh, I'm going to the gate. Sorry to interrupt. Hey, good morning. You too. In a quick flurry of sequences, Avell goes to the window and
It's
tells
launched.
Kingston to launch him with psionic energy to the nearest rooftop. Um, he does so and also gets fly cast on him. and Tulsin also sends out his demon, who just for the most part watches. Um, and Val is extremely disoriented, but manages to get a shot off, and trip him before he can jump down from a ledge. And he has his movement speed and he's falling, and it's like a whole big deal. But Val's like booking it after him.
From the top ropes.
But he still ends up jumping off. Meanwhile, elevator music is playing for Chef,
Yeah.
and Kingston also jumps down. Um, and Tulsin is just chilling in the room for the time being. Um, and so he ends up jumping. I end up jumping down after him. Or first, I throw my oh my god, my token of feather falling, and get him to fall safely to the ground. Where I elbow the shit out of him from the top thing. Took like
From the
half my
top
HP.
rope.
and
Watch out, watch out.
and then basically we caught him. We tied up his hands and junk. He tried to kill himself again, but he wasn't able to.
He lived on 1 HP.
Yeah, and we questioned him. We found that Kingston is trying to be framed. We went to the people to let them know about this incident, and they're kind of like, "Oh shit! Well, we have some missing items.
Evidence has been tampered with.
Evidence has been tampered with.
One of the key witnesses is dead.
A lot of key witnesses are dead." So then we go back. I immediately tell Kingston, search all of your belongings, search the entire apartment. We need to find this evidence before legal authorities come, because they will most likely be coming, and the assassins were here before we knew they were here. So we don't know what they were doing. So um, we ended up finding evidence planted. And yeah, then I left.
Kingston decided
And
I'll pick up from there. That way, because this is kind of, but nothing much happened. Kingston decided to leave the evidence where it lay because he did not want to be caught tampering with the crime scene and wanted to try and prove his innocence. The guards then later. Oh wait, forgetting a key part. While this is happening, Paulson convinces Chef to leave the room, and Paulson strikes a deal with the assassin and alters his memory to where he is unsure as to who actually put the hit out. So he took that memory away, and I think he has a favor in exchange for helping the guy be a little bit better at escaping. Then the guards come along. They pick up the guy. We're all kicked out, and they search the place. They find the evidence. They arrest Kingston, and then Kingston gets thrown into jail along with by Merrix, and chooses to remain silent as Merrix is basically trying to goad him into having either saying something to incriminate himself or to basically lose his cool, so people are more likely to suspect him.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is. You can go ahead and roll me a perception check. No, because this is something separate you're asking. It wasn't part of the original qualifications for that. That was for 3 specific things.
And while he's doing that, I'll just continue on. After that, everyone goes to bed. We aren't allowed to visit him. Can I just give it inspiration for the nat 20?
You don't need to. They're real.
Okay.
It's not hard to tell. They're real. They literally have an arcane glow to them that is actively capturing any latent magical signature.
Okay. And then we ended up going to the trial where all of us are here. They allowed Kingston to be present for the trial without having to have him outside of it because he is a key witness. And if the charges against Merrix fail to stick, then Kingston is likely to be pressed for, being liable for all of this. And the others, particularly you, Swanson, rolled a high enough number to see both of these people, well, hear, smell, taste, I don't know. You know there's two people back here.
Mhm.
Val
Uh,
says, guys, I need to use the bathroom. I'll be back shortly.
Sniff, sniff.
Investigate.
Yeah, you need to use the restroom.
Hold on, I'm not back yet. Let me get back in situated before I use the restroom. I gotta be ready to use the restroom if you know what I mean.
All right.
I'm
Um,
very confused. But yeah, that is basically what happened after you left. Does Swanson get the inspo?
I will go ahead and grant both of you an inspiration for the pretty even teamwork there.
I
And
have an inspo.
just as a final thing, so that the rest of you are aware, as of the recording being reviewed by last session, Dante has awarded his Dante disruption points. 3 of those points will be going to Swan. I myself have received 2 of them, and Gage, you have received 1 Dante disruption point.
What is a Dante disruption point?
Are you all aware of how Dante disruption points work?
Nope.
I'm pretty aware, but explain from the class.
Yes. So a Dante disruption point is a special pseudo inspiration type point that Dante is allowed to award the players that he thinks had the funniest or best performance in the previous session. He's able to award 5 of them, 3 to his favorite, second to his second favorite, and 1 to his third favorite, respectively. However, the way these work is you will be able to use a Dante Disruptions point exclusively to make an enemy re-roll any roll.
So basically, it's the lucky P, but only the enemy aspect of it.
Actually, it's better than lucky for that portion because it allows you to have them re-roll anything.
Lucky allowed them to reroll any d20 roll the enemy banks. I'm pretty sure.
Not just d20 rolls.
Oh.
Oh shit.
However, do note, he made the executive decision that he wanted to award these to me as well. So I do have access to them, and I will use them accordingly. I have 2.
So basically, you can
Okay.
decide whenever we have to reroll.
Yes, I can make y'all re-roll if I choose to. I don't know if I will ever actually make use of them, but I do
So
have them.
would it, if you're using it against us, would it function as disadvantage and you get, or does it just we reroll and you choose?
It functionally is disadvantage. The only difference is disadvantage generally only applies to D20 skill checks. This could be disadvantage on an attack damage roll, disadvantage on a guidance, anything I choose really.
Okay.
It can add tension to really important rolls where a single extra number matters a lot.
I think this is. I also think this is going to be really cool, especially the fact that the DM has this. I think will cause for a lot of like drama and tension in certain scenes. So this is actually, I'm really excited about this.
One rule I am applying for myself is y'all are allowed to, much like a regular inspiration, y'all are allowed to apply them to a roll after the roll has been rolled, but before the result has been decided. I have to call them out prior to the roll if I intend to use them.
Okay. That's
I
fair.
cannot make y'all fail a success after y'all have already rolled.
How does inspiration interact with this? Do they just balance each other out?
They would balance each other out. No, my NPCs do not receive inspiration, so they can't use it unless potentially I had an NPC with the lucky feat.
Yeah.
But for y'all, y'all would be able to use inspiration to overrule my ruling.
All right.
Good enough.
However, other people cannot grant you inspiration in that case. You have to use your own.
Okay. I think I have 2, or do I only have 1? I think I have 1.
All right, Sean Swanson, are you ready to begin the session and go to the bathroom?
I'm almost like I'm literally walking up to my room.
Absolutely. Would anyone like to say something to our most attentive viewer, Dante Arturo Garcia Galan Escobar.
You got
Dante,
a
you
long
look
ass
really
name.
cute in that.
Oh yeah, we need to give a shout out to our biggest fan, Dante Garcia. We really couldn't make this happen without you.
What are we,
Your
content
your support.
creators? Chilling
Uh,
out?
we do this
Give
for
Jared a
fans
sub?
like you. Your support is what allows us to continue doing what we love.
Make sure
We
to
do.
drop a subscription and ring the bell and give a
We-
like and comment.
We also recently added a new tier to our Patreon. If you'd like, we have
Yes, I
some
was
new
actually about to
content.
mention that. We do have a Patreon with the members with members only Discord, as well as you will get your name read aloud at the end of every session.
We just yell Dante at the end of every video from now on.
If you subscribe to the Patreon, of course.
Of course, of course.
We should upload these to YouTube just to see what happens.
I mean, they are, but if it were public, I can't help but feel there would be some cancellation going on.
No, boo-hoo. They said things that hurt me feeling. They made a noise I disagreed with.
Censorship.
It looks like our beautiful bearded man is at his desk.
Sorry.
I'm looking at him right now, and he is both beautiful and bearded.
A sacrifice for Dante.
Sacrifice.
All right.
Sacrifice.
Dante, I'd like you to know I've had a Paloma almost every session we've been playing, just for you.
And now, I am ready to go use the bathroom.
Wait a
Right.
minute. Hold on. They
Man had to take a snack so he could go to the bathroom. It's
Oh, they
gonna
did,
be
yeah.
a big one.
Oh, they reacted like an hour ago. Are they still up? It's like almost 11 for them.
It's not almost 11. It is 11 a.m.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Almost 11 for them.
Yeah, they're awake. Let me check his class schedule real quick.
We could just straight up live stream this.
He has a class that interferes with our game time.
So just leave it for
Otherwise-
him.
Yes. He on Thursdays at let me see here. I apologize. On Fridays from 10:45 to 12:15, he has his Japanese class.
So right whenever shit starts going.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, go take your shit now.
All right.
Or your piss. I don't know which it is. Maybe it's both.
we- Open
All
up
right.
the session. You'll have just arrived in the courtroom chambers. Evel and I believe Kingston both spotted the people in the back. Go ahead and Evel, what are you doing?
Um.
Okay,
is-
I'm
okay.
stopping.
What's the situation look like around us right now?
Yeah, so you see there is right now a lot of chatter in the courtroom. There are a bunch of spectators in here. Most of them look pretty well off of high standing. They're probably diplomats and such here to view the trial, since this is a relatively important case. You see Merrix sitting about 20 feet away from you, currently in conversation with his defense attorney, James O'Hare.
Mhm.
And you see Gordon Thornflash, who is
He sees?
Gordon Thornflash is at the prosecutor's podium, currently reviewing his notes, getting everything prepared. And then you see discussions happening between the members of the tribunal up at the top.
Okay. That was just enough time for me to load everything into D20. Thank you. Or into Roll20. All right. So it hasn't started yet, is what I'm hearing.
Yes, the trial has not yet begun.
And I hear these things like in the back. And I notice like another presence, I guess, right?
Mhm.
All right. I'm just going to gonna start like kind of tapping my foot like super anxiously, and I'm just kind of gonna start hopping up and down, and I'm just gonna be like, Paulson, can you please guide me to the bathroom, dude? I've really got to go. Paulson,
He's gone.
This motherfucker.
Right as we start.
Sean Swanson can't hear me right now. I love you, Sean Swanson.
hold on. Okay, I'm back.
Perfect. It worked. My plan was flawless.
All right. I'm assuming they're not gonna let Kingston leave.
Could just take Chef.
Yeah, but Chef's not by me. Oh my god. God damn it. Paulson's asleep. Chef.
Yes.
I've really got to go, man. I don't know this area. Can you please guide me?
Very well. I can't put myself on this spot again. That's annoying. Anyway.
If you press Alt when you're moving your character token, you can move it in between spots.
So I'm gonna put my hand on Chef's shoulders, and I'm gonna lean into his ear receptacle, and I'm just gonna say there's two people in the back.
I'm guessing I can see them, or do I have to roll perception again?
They are hiding, so if you want to see them, go ahead and roll perception. Because I believe you rolled too low to see them before.
Yeah, I did. That's why I'm asking. Is it advantage since he pointed them out?
Because you are looking for them, you can now roll with advantage. Yes, I was about to say that.
A 21.
21. Let me go ahead and re-roll their stealth checks. Yeah, you are able to spot one of them.
Which
This
one?
guy right here, on the right hand side, you see him standing behind a pillar. He's in the shadows, but you can slightly see a figure there. You can't see any details of him, and then you aren't able to spot the other one from the angle you're standing at.
I can only see one.
Trust me, there's a second one, almost in the exact opposite position relative to him.
Then what do you
Sorry, I
want me to do?
just got called downstairs.
You're
Yeah,
good.
Back.
welcome back.
Was anything communicated in the brain Discord?
There is no brain discord right now.
The hub is down.
Wait,
Hub is
the
down.
brain Discord.
The server's down.
What's the
Estimate.
brain Discord?
Kingston can't set up a psionic communication hub because his magic is suppressed.
The server crashed.
So were you just verbally saying it then?
He's whispering it.
Yeah. Vel telling that you spotted a stranger at the front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I whispered to Chef.
What do you need me to do?
Currently, help me investigate. Literally be my eyes.
Very well. I'm guessing the restroom is down here.
You don't know where the restroom is.
We're just gonna start. So like, just start making your way. We'll figure things out as we go.
As you step out
Excuse
the
me,
door,
our
you know-
Warforged needs to use the restroom.
No, I need to use the restroom. The Warforged is guiding me.
The trial is about to begin.
I
We
under-
ask that you stay in your seats.
I understand, sir. However, my compatriot here
I'm
is blind
I'm
and
hopping up
requires
and-
assistance.
I'm like kind of doing the potty dance, like right next to Chef.
Go ahead and Chef, since you said something, roll persuasion with advantage from the help action.
Do
with
I roll?
Avel, yes, because you're the one talking. With Avel hopping up and down, you can roll persuasion with advantage.
Yo, I'm not bad at that. Where's my persuasion? 26.
He goes, very well, let me escort you.
Oh my God, thank God. Okay, where does he bring us? This is really important.
Yeah. So he I gotta zoom out on my map. So he takes you and y'all head up this hall right here.
I'll just kind of like turn my head. I'm like, is there rats here?
I'm gonna look where he looks, taking the hint.
I'm like, excuse me, guards. If there's rats in this fine establishment.
As you look, you don't see anyone there.
Do I notice the one on the over here?
Very distinctly, no.
Oh, he's gone.
I'll actually
They're
say
invisible.
it's
They're
reasonable.
invisible.
It's reasonable to say that you are watching that one a little bit as you are walking over without trying to be super noticeable. So I'll say you watched him step into the shadows, and he disappeared from your line of sight, and now he's not there.
And I think it's safe to assume the other one did that as well.
You have no way of knowing.
Yeah, but it's just an assumption.
He continues escorting
asked-
you down this hall.
I asked the guard a question.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I was just gonna like stop. I'm like, are there rats here? I hear something scurrying about. Like in this fine establishment.
I thought I saw something by the pillar over here.
I mean, it's possible. Most of the castle is relatively out of use, with exception of this ballroom that was converted to a court 4 years ago.
Okay. Sorry. We'll continue. I won't worry too much about it, but I've heard of the sanitation risks. I hate to fail these fine gentlemen.
You're from Sean, no? Rats shouldn't be much of a surprise to you. Daily
Oh
occurrence.
no, yeah, you're right. You're right.
He's very
Um,
particular about maintaining a clean environment for his hash browns.
A little,
We have
little bit of a
PTSD
neat freak.
rats.
I understand. As you are walking down the hall, he grabs a little person who's standing. He's like, could you check for rats in the entrance of the courtroom? Thank you. And some like legal assistant or something. This obviously isn't his job. Kind of walks in and just starts looking for rats in the entrance of the courtroom.
I'll just like, I'll just stop him and I'll say, "No, please do be thorough. This is very important." And I say this with like no smile, a grave look upon my face. Like
Roll intimidation.
okay. Silvery barbs.
I mean, I could just help action. Save the spell slot.
True.
It is a fucking big ass robot standing directly next to you, looking at him as well.
What's a robot? I've never heard of a robot.
Sorry, Warforged. My apologies. True.
Wait.
Are we level 9 or level 8?
Level 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. Sorry. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. You said intimidation +2.
With advantage,
Uh,
help action.
all right. Yes. 20.
Unnatural 20.
No, unnatural.
He kind of looks at you a little bit concerned. He's like, "Okay, I'll be thorough."
He ends up dead later.
Good man. Good man.
All right, you are led to the bathroom. You go to the restroom.
Yeah, I'll just like kind of go in a stall. I'll kind of like just make myself go a little bit, and then I'll just like all right, I'm done. Let's go back.
Yeah, your wrists are manacled. You go ahead. Y'all are led back into the courtroom. Go ahead and continue what you're doing, though, Kingston.
What? What makes you say that? I
Go
can
ahead.
check it for magic.
Just roll me a perception check, Tolson. Yeah, he gets help because you were just informed about this.
Jared, you are hoping Towson perceives something.
Not out of the realm possibility.
Hey, it's an at 20.
Yeah, okay, with an at 20, perfect. I'm just gonna say with an at 20 is exactly what you needed to notice this. As you are looking, and as Kingston points that out, you look and you do realize the tarnish on the silver ring around the eye does look different. You can't tell the difference between a real tarnish and an artificial tarnish because nothing in your home is tarnished.
Of
But
course.
You do notice that it does look very ever so slightly different than before. Had you not been told to look for it, you might not have noticed it. But it is indeed different than it was before.
Hmm. Looks at backup courtroom. What is it?
Yeah. Yeah, in the back of the courtroom, as you look, you see some legal assistant walking around with a broom. Nothing else though.
We're looking back here, correct?
Yes, at the very back of the map, where you see the two people on the map, but you cannot actually see them as your character right now.
These things? What are those? Oh, okay.
Way back. By where me and Avella are at.
Oh, interesting. We have guests then. I can investigate them closer if you wish. Well, Beelzebub could spy on them. Oh, trust me, I have an idea. He's going.
Yes. It's louder right now.
You gotta quiet down once shit starts.
He's gonna tap his staff on the floor, and he's going to summon Beelzebub a little further away from himself.
Hey, go ahead and roll me a stealth check for Beelzebub.
Okay. I always have to double check the shadow demon.
While
Does
while
he
you're
get
pulling that
advantage
up,
because he's in darkness?
while you are pulling that up, this is a brightly lit courtroom. The only parts that are dark are these parts that the shadows are obscuring from these large columns with the sun. The sun is basically facing. Sun is coming in from the north of the map. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to summon them here, and then have him like move behind the guy.
While you're getting his stats up, Chef Novell, you walk back into the courtroom escorted by this guard, and the legal assistant walks up to you holding a rat by the tail. Found it.
Good man. Good man. Thank you.
Absolutely. I will go and set him out in the yard, I suppose. No more rats will be bothering you, I promise. Now, please do hurry to your seat. I believe the trial is about to start.
Okay, it's a +7. It's pretty good.
I'm just gonna grab Chef by the shoulders. Like, how the fuck did he grab him? Those things are quick as fuck. I have trouble doing it.
You seem to have given him proper inspiration.
Maybe, but I didn't actually think he'd catch one.
Quite.
I'm whispering to him.
Yeah, no, Chef's also keeping his voice a little low. He's not used.
Everyone's
quite
just
used to
more impressed by
whispering.
the guard.
Not even the guard, the fucking assistant who just caught a
The
rat.
guard's assistant, yeah.
A lot of practice.
He isn't even trained for this kind of shit. He's a table clerk.
16 +7.
23.
Yes.
He's a sneaky lad.
I'm gonna roll.
Hello.
I'm gonna roll one stealth check for all of the people just sitting in the room. I'm gonna say collectively they have a +3 to insight.
Should I use one of my inspos? What do y'all think?
Are you gonna use one of?
Okay.
Are you gonna use your Dante disruption point now?
I mean, yeah,
It's not a bad time.
be a good time. Oh no, worse.
That's not how Dante disruption points talk about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he-
no,
he-
you
Oh,
put
yeah.
him on disadvantage.
You'd be putting their insight their
Oh yeah.
general
Okay.
advantage.
Sorry, I was half in here, half called downstairs.
I mean, realistically, the only way that they could see you is if they nat 20.
19.
7.
It's 23.
Yeah, I'll use my Dante disruption point.
All right.
They're half to 20. With
Um,
disadvantage, that's really unlikely.
I'll just let you know that's a really good idea because they rolled a nat 20.
Woo. Woo.
Uh,
I think there's a demon in here.
yeah,
It was
that's
the rat.
You go ahead and summon Beelzebub over in this corner. Let me go ahead and get a token for him.
Yeah.
We'll just use this
Could
Raven token for now because I
could
keep
you
forgetting.
add the token to like our character thing so I could put him down at some point when I need him?
Yes, I just keep forgetting to add it. It's my bad.
Oh, okay, cool. And then control the token, please, when you get the chance.
Yep. But now Beelzebub is standing in that corner. Let me go ahead and give control by. Should have control of it now.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
All right, but you've got Beelzebub in that corner now.
He's gonna kind of just like slink a little, and then he's going to enter the pillar because he's incorporeal.
Enter. I hardly even know her.
Sheesh. And
That's
he's
what
gonna
I'm
just
saying.
like pop his face out, like the little Mirio scene from My Hero Academia.
And so when we get back to the seat, and I'm sitting next to Tolson, I'm like, Tolson, are you awake yet?
No, you're sitting next to Kingston.
Oh, am I sitting next to Kingston now?
Yeah, we got swapped.
Kingston. Okay. Kingston, are you aware of our current situation? I'm hoping that means, I'm assuming that means the two in the back. In addition, I'm looking up and I see nothing.
He's blind. You can't.
Oh my. I'm just gonna kind of. The trial hasn't started yet, right?
No, it is not.
Did I notice Tolson summon the thing? Oh, he's a demon.
No, you did not.
Okay. Then I'm going to just like, all right. Yes, I do. Avel's gonna put his hands on the table and he's just gonna just like tap, um, and it's just gonna be like Tolson question, and then he'll just put like question mark Tolson question mark is what he'll tap. What is Tolson doing?
Yeah, the only Tolson I don't
No,
think
He's
reasonably
looking
would
at you.
know. Tolson reasonably
I'm
would.
asking Jared. I'm asking Kingston. Mm-hmm. If
His eyes are
Tolson is
closed.
doing.
Feeling better.
Um,
Which would probably be Merrix.
is Merrick's bios?
Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah, he's like 10 feet away.
I mean,
Okay,
I
then.
imagine he would notice knocking on table repeatedly in a certain pattern.
Then what I am going to do is I'm going to put my hands underneath the table, kind of lean forward, and I'm going to tap on his knee.
Yeah, go ahead and roll me sleight of hand to see if that's stealthy.
If you fuck up, it looks like you're giving Kingston a handy under the table.
You need to chill out a little bit.
My room wasn't extra like that.
That's not any less inconspicuous. They can see our feet. Yeah, it's elevated. That's the whole problem. Yeah, I'm just like,
He just steps on his foot for no discernible reason.
Jared just thought it had like the front wood on some desk.
advantage or inspiration. 14.
Yeah, so as you move over and start tapping on table, you notice Merrix look over to y'all for a moment and then look back over to James.
That's never a good thing.
No freeways.
Fucking.
I guess you wouldn't notice that since you can't see it, but Kingston does notice that.
Mm-hmm. Well, if Kingston doesn't stop me, I'm probably going to continue.
One at a time over, I think.
Okay.
I've never been to
They're holding hands.
yeah, a diner style restaurant that's run by Albanians.
All right.
Really bad.
Then I'll just try to be quiet then,
Really not
because
food.
it's like, okay, how are we going to communicate then
We eat there every Christmas.
if we're being observed openly? Morse code isn't a really viable option.
Whispering in a loud area is a pretty effective way.
Yeah, I think we just whisper.
All right, and as y'all are beginning to talk, you hear the slam of a gavel. Order! Order in the court! As everyone turns to him, I just need y'all both to make me real quick, all of y'all actually, to make me real quick perception checks.
Advantage. I'll use a burning 2 inspo.
Yeah.
18. Towson's paying
Oh my
attention today.
God.
That one?
Okay, 18. That was with my inspiration roll.
19, 18.
I need to mark off 2 inspos or 1 inspo because I haven't.
Now I gotta wonder if it's worth using the inspo in the 21.
Okay. Got it.
Should I?
Fuck.
Thank you for those rolls.
Should I use the? What do y'all think?
Yeah, I think you're fine.
All
Yeah.
right, I'll burn it. I have a 21 then.
Okay.
Not sure if it makes a difference or not, but
Then we will all right, continue, Cook. At your leisure.
Yeah. All right.
Remember when I came out with all my bad
We are now bringing to session the trial of one Merrix Decaneth in the crime of breaking the Tribunal of Thronehold, specifically Section 2, Subsection B, the production of Warforged. We will now allow the defense attorney to make their opening statements. And he slams on the gavel.
They're gone.
James O'Hare walks forward. Well, ladies and gentlemen of the court, of the tribunal, my apologies. Used to practicing law in Sean. I am here today to defend a man who was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time. Throughout the course of today's trial, I will ensure and prove without a shadow of reasonable doubt that Mr. Merrix Decaneth has not ever been involved with the production of Warforged since the signing of the Treaty of Thronehold. I will be providing evidence in this matter, as well as multiple testimonies from the members of the Eyes of Dura in my trial. I rest my case, and he steps back. Prosecution, you may now step forward and present your opening statements. Gordon Thornflash walks forward. Thank you, Your Honor.
What's that?
I am here today representing the Tribunal of Thronehold to prosecute Mr. Merrix Decaneth in the charges previously mentioned. We have a mountain of evidence proving, without a doubt, the guilt of Merrix Decaneth in these heinous actions. Today, the prosecution will present paramount pieces of evidence proving his location at the time, proving his intent, proving he was involved with the production of the Warforged. Furthermore, we have testifying today the members of the Eyes of Dura who were there at the time of apprehension. Thank you. And he steps back. Go ahead and take a moment. What are y'all doing as these opening statements are happening?
Chef is watching Merrix.
I'm staring blankly ahead.
You said CQ is already fine.
Telson looks like he's paying attention, however, he is looking through Beelzebub's eyes.
Yeah. You don't see anything through Beelzebub's eyes. There's nothing there.
Really?
He's gonna quit looking through his eyes and just focus on the courtroom then. Keep Beelzebub stationed there.
Yeah. All right. How do we want to start this?
Actually, no, he'll de-summon him. He thinks they're crazy and saying shit.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Did Beelzebub see anything earlier?
What was that?
No.
Did Beelzebub see anything earlier?
Music.
Talking about the hands that are on the end of your leg.
Where's this from? I was about to say, I figured it was. I just wanted
What
to.
else could I use? Oh. All right. How do I want to do this? All right. All right. Prosecution. You may call your first witness.
What?
Yes, Your Honor. I will be calling one Tolson Everbleak to the stand.
Telson gets up and he begins to make his way. Where's the stand?
The
Right
center.
Okay, showtime.
Yeah, it's love for me too. I might have to-
Could you please state your name for the court?
Telson Everbleak.
The eye glows green. Could you state your occupation?
It's a constant. Like, no, it's- oh, no,
Adventurer
it's-
currently.
brain.
Hold on, I'm thinking. What would his occupation technically be?
He's an adventurer.
Oh, yeah, it's true. Adventurer.
The eye glows green. Now, could you please inform us of your relationship to Merrix Decaneth?
Yes. Merrix Decaneth, at the beginning of our adventuring party, essentially helped to sponsor us. He aided in supplies and funding. For the most part, that was all he had a hand in.
And is it true that you worked with the former, with the protege of Merrix Decaneth, one Kingston?
This is true. I have, and currently do.
And in your opinion, do you believe that Merrix Decaneth is guilty of these crimes?
I believe Merrix Decaneth is guilty without a shadow of a doubt.
The light takes a moment, and then glows green. Alright, could you please, in as much detail as possible, explain your recollection of the events of the day that you discovered the Creation Forge?
Of course. Okay. Time for me to actually try to remember.
Hey, well, yeah,
Was it... It was Kingston and Rose who found out all the documents, right?
They had done a lot of research.
Yeah.
Also, what were you saying, Jude?
it's not so loud now. It's not lying.
Kingston Decaneth went through some records, and he found an interesting flow of funds, large amounts of money, going off to a man who was removed from a project. And we've heard rumors about Merrix Decaneth being up to interesting business. So naturally, we decided to pursue this trail, you could say. We found the man. What was the guy's name again? The scrawny coward?
Kilroy Goodfellow.
Kilroy Goodfellow. We found the man, and we followed him. It turns out he led us down into a passageway to Old Sean. From there, we passed through the cavernous ruins in the, I believe, 40 or so, a never before activated Warforged in pristine condition, as if they were freshly made. We continued following through the cave system of the ruins, and when we reached the end, we saw Kilroy Goodfellow and Merrix standing at the Creation Forge. Is it Soulforge or Creation Forge?
It is the Creation Forge, and
Okay.
just an update, as of right now, the light is still on.
Okay. As soon as we approached, Merrix attacked us. And from there, we were forced to defend ourselves and to stop his injustice, as he activated the Creation Forge by ordering Kilroy to start it, and it began to produce Warforge. However, we were able to subdue Merrix and Kilroy Goodfellow and destroy, scratch that, and deactivate the forge before it could complete the Warforged it was currently creating.
As you are speaking, you notice that Gordon's face has dropped a little bit, and there is a large look of surprise on all of the tribunal's faces. As you look up, you see the light is glowing bright red.
Your Honors, I believe the eye is incorrect.
James O'Fair pipes up.
Wait, why is the eye incorrect?
Objection! Objection, Your Honor. There is no basis for this claim. They all look up. It looks the same to me as every time I have used this courtroom. Are you attempting to lie to the Tribunal of Thronehold?
What does the eye say when he says that?
He looks up. As he says, it looks the same as always. It glows green.
That's because he believes it looks the same.
Yeah. But what about when
It's your
Jerry
own
said it?
truth, not the objective truth.
It probably glowed red because it's tampered with.
Well, it's probably specific mentions. Well, I'm just thinking out loud, I guess.
Well,
I have no
I guess
basis.
Coke is the only one who can say it. If he says it is different, it would either glow red or glow green. Can I make a perception of the eye?
Sure, you can make
Now
a
that he's
perception
pointed it out? 25.
check. Persuasion.
Oh, persuasion, my bad. -2 to that then. So 23.
With a 23, you are looking at the eye, and you notice it's very subtle. It's almost exactly the same as before. But like I said previously, you're just looking around that ring along the edge of the eye, and the tarnish is just slightly off color from how it was before.
I think he is correct. The ring. It's off. The color's different.
Mr. Fetchman, Your Honor, this is absolutely preposterous. They are simply trying to force a conviction by...
What did the
They are
eye say? What did the eye say when Chef said that?
It didn't respond to Chef. It's still glowing green from the last remark. Your Honor, these witnesses hold a vendetta against my client, which I intended to prove during my cross-examination periods. I believe
If
they
I
are simply...
may.
I believe they are simply trying to delay the trial to create some ill-conceived plan. And
We
I
are
will not stand
asking
for them.
for a third party to verify the integrity. That does not benefit us and would benefit you if you are speaking the truth.
I do not believe we have the time for that. One of the witnesses is currently scheduled to go on trial after this one for conspiracy to murder.
And that is
Well, if there's
only
going to be another trial soon, that means it better
now
be fixed as quick as possible.
Your Honor.
I request an inspection during a 15-minute recess. A third party is to investigate it to ensure there is no tampering. That way, neither party can have any bias in it.
Yeah, so Biram Lan looks at you, looks at James O'Fair, then looks up at the eye and he goes, "Look, I do not know what is going on here. However, I do know that the Eye of Truth is a mythical artifact. It would be nigh impossible to tamper with its magic, and to imply as such is preposterous.
Merrix de Caneth is a very skilled individual.
The trial will continue. However, I will ask baseline questions to confirm the efficacy of the eye." James O'Fair goes, "Acceptable, Your Honor." Gordon kind of looks up and down. Okay.
Velas remained silent during this entire exchange, by the way.
Did Gordon, I think Gordon's,
Gordon is the prosecutor.
yeah, did he notice it?
Yeah, he kind of went slack-jawed when he noticed the light go red.
No, not the light. Did he notice, like, the things we were pointing out?
He didn't see anything wrong with it, and this is where he does trial.
Okay. Ah.
Player characters.
Biram Lan looks to you, Tolson, and says, "Once again, could you state your name for the court?"
Tulsa Everbleak.
And what day is it?
The 14th.
Actually, it is the 23rd of Olaroon, but you would know that.
Okay. The 23rd of Olaroon.
It glows green. Please lie to this next statement. What color is your shirt?
I'm actually looking.
Burgundy.
White.
It glows red. Everything seems to be in order. Please carry on with your witness, Mr. Thornflash. Very well, Your Honor.
Coke, sorry, can you move this guy over one square? It's driving me crazy.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know. Actually, this guy's the one that's off.
Oh. Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right, Gordon Thornflash just kind of looks confused. All right. That is all. And Mr. Thornflash steps back to his seat. Mr. O'Fair, you may now begin your cross-examination. Thank you very much, Your Honor. Mr. O'Fair walks up. All right, Mr. Everbleak. Now, is it true that you had been working in cohorts with one Asa de Vidalis of House Vidalis?
One of our party members was fairly close to them. I tended not to get involved in any real association with them.
It glows green. And which of your party members would that be?
The dead ones.
Unfortunately, they are no longer with us. they have passed on. It was Jean. Was her fake name Boutonnet?
Jean Boutinier.
Jean Boutonnet. It's not a lie. Legally, it's her name.
It glows green. That's her legal name. So, all right. He looks. Oh, I apologize for your loss. Now, is it or is it not true that you received supposed information from Miss Vidalis that Merrix Decaneth was creating the Warforged?
That.
It's cross-examination, and also it's my trial.
Yeah, no. What I was gonna say there is, in regard to that question, she didn't necessarily give information. She had a suspicion.
Let me
of
answer
the
his
Warforged.
question.
And
Well,
actually,
he
just
didn't
outside of
supply
character,
it.
she did. She directly told y'all that. Drunkenly, but still.
Yeah, but that can be.
I am unsure. I was not there when she said supposed things like that. I tended not to be around her very often.
It glows red.
Huh?
So, is it not true that this information was supplied to you on the night of the Tangala?
That was true indeed. It wasn't supplied to me, but again, our deceased companion.
But this information was supplied to your party?
Yes.
And is it true that House Vidalis has a well-documented rivalry with House Decane?
It is indeed true, but so is the fact also actually wanted to work past those difficulties with House Decaneth.
She wished to work past those difficulties by claiming that the Shan leader of House Caneth was breaking
Hold on.
multiple laws.
Hold on. Did it shine green whenever he said that?
Did it shine green when it said that there's a rivalry?
No, did it
No,
shine green
for
whenever he
House's
said that
table.
she wanted
She
to?
wanted to smooth it over.
It shined green when he said the rivalry, and then it went red.
But that's.
Yeah, it's rigged. That's the point.
Yeah.
Alright, let's continue.
May the court record show that the party capturing Mr. Decaneth was working with a direct oppositional force that has an intense rivalry with House Caneth. That is all. Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Everbleak, you may go back to your seat.
He gives a little bow. Walks back.
Alt.
That's right.
Alt.
Eh.
Yeah.
Eh.
There you go.
Eh.
Slightly off. There we go.
Halcyon has
Oh.
a stroke. That's why he keeps the indemnity contract. He's prone to strokes.
Just randomly strokes out. Passes it
Non-canonical.
on to someone else.
Mr. O'Fair, you may now call your first witness.
Second
Thank you,
witness.
Your Honor. It's his first witness.
Oh.
They alternate. Yes, Your Honor, I would like to call Mr. Kingston Decaneth to the stand, if you please. Kingston Decaneth, please approach the bench. All right, thank you very much, sir. Could you please state your name for the court? Light goes green. And what is your occupation?
Oh shit, no!
And how long have you been working with House Caneth? Have you ever met the defendant? Green.
I accidentally.
And Could you please describe your relationship with said defendant?
Well, I just.
What does the light say?
What? Have you ever met one Ossa de Vidalis? And what is your relationship? Go ahead.
So what's the other stuff?
And what is your current relationship with Mr. Vidalis?
Didn't I know?
A work colleague. In the previous cross-examination, it was stated that Ossa Vidalis provided you with information regarding possible illicit activities by the defendant. Is this correct? And is it true that House Vidalis would have a vested interest in a blow to House Decane's credibility?
Irrelevant? Can we objection irrelevant?
You can't object. You're witnesses.
Yeah, I know, but I'm referring to like our
Actually, yeah. Thornflash goes, objection, irrelevant. I'll allow it. Thank you, Your Honor. I promise I'm going somewhere with this.
Talson's gonna lean over to.
Is it true that House Vidalis would have a monetary or otherwise vested interest in a major blow to the credibility of House Caneth? And how can you be certain of this?
Up the Warforged safe place.
You're allowed to take a moment.
Yes.
She was dating and had a record of the Warforged coming in.
What's so nice?
That
Hey,
bolsters her credibility.
The light goes green. All right. And is it true that the conviction of Merrix de Caneth in a crime of this scale would cause a large power vacuum in House Caneth?
That would be a relevancy. That 100% could be called relevancy. That doesn't lead into anything. That's just a blanket statement.
Hold on, let him go. It does lead to stuff.
I see. He kind of sits for a moment thinking. In disregarding the current events, in the case of a power vacuum, do you believe you would have tried for a higher level position within the house? Well, you cannot lead or take any. You cannot lead. That doesn't mean you cannot take higher advisory positions with a new leader. Is that not correct?
Speculation.
Was blue. Didn't matter.
Okay.
So you feel irrelevant to the defendant. Objection leading. My apologies. Would you say that you feel? How would you say you believe? How do you believe the defendant feels towards you?
Same question.
It's not leading anymore. The light glows green. And you feel... the light glows green looks to Biram. He feels like a tool. Do you harbor any grudges towards the defendant?
The dog's barking.
It glows red. Interesting. Well, isn't that interesting? Now, Mr. Decaneth, is it true you have recently... Mr. Decaneth, what are the charges you are currently being detained for? Is that all? You were charged with 4 counts of conspiracy to murder against Tolson Everbleak, Evel, Chef, and Kilroy Goodfellow. Evidence to the contrary.
Talson face palms silently.
All right. That is all, Your Honor. And he steps down. Are any of y'all doing anything important while this testimony is taking place?
Chef is keeping an eye on both Merrix, and keeping an eye on the back of the room.
I'm
Still
trying
nothing-
to. I'm half paying attention. I'm mainly paying attention to movement that goes on inside the courtroom, and where potentially these guys could have gone. That I noticed.
Okay. Roll me a perception check.
Can I help that?
Y'all are apart from each other.
22. I can't burn another inspo, or I shouldn't rather. So
Can I also be looking?
Yeah, y'all can both look around.
Nat 20. Let's go.
At 20. Okay. Yeah. Chef, as you are looking around the courtroom while Kingston is testifying, you realize that the gallery where everyone is sitting and watching the trial is a little bit more full.
Oh. Yeah, I see
could
them.
be any one of us.
No, I know
You-
which two.
Which two?
This one and this one.
Those are your choices of who they are?
No, they were there. They've been there.
Oh, they
This
were.
guy and this guy were not there.
You're half right.
Which one do you think it is? Bingham? Oh, so this guy and probably this guy if I had to guess. No, he was here.
I think this guy and this guy.
Does a nat
Just-
20 give me a hint on that or no?
You weren't paying attention to the faces of the people that were here. You just realize it's a little bit more full.
Dang it,
But I
Annabelle for
recognize,
sure
like-
wasn't.
Yeah.
No, you haven't.
You are being questioned.
These people seem like they've been sitting here for the entire trial proceedings.
Okie doke. Well, you might just be boned. It's okay.
So, did that 21 earlier not allow me to see people moving? Or?
What would really be crazy here is if they assassinated Kingston the Caneth. Or not Kingston the Caneth, fucking his father.
Max.
Merrix, yeah.
Gordon stands up. I would like to call for a 15-minute recess to confer with my witnesses.
Oh, I never got to say the chancellor I was looking at.
What are you looking at?
He's watching Merrix and Walmart brand Saul Goodman's like hands and feet to make sure they're not doing like any form of signals or anything, or anything that could be used to like signal someone to affect the eye's color.
Yeah, well, during the testimony, during the questioning, James O'Fair is pacing back and forth in front of the stand, and he talks a lot with his hands. But it doesn't seem like it's really him gesturing anything, it's just him talking with his hands. And then Merrix is just sitting there, he has his hands, he's holding his hands clasped together, he's in his cuffs, and he's just sitting there watching with a very slight smile.
Meanwhile, he's speaking with his hands like.
Oh god, what if they're using like the chess player like Bluetooth butt plug?
Oh my dude, that's it.
I'm just gonna draw a
The
circle on
Hans,
this
the
guy real
Hans,
quick.
the
'cause I'm gonna
Hans
forget.
Niemann special.
Jared, if you imply Merrix is using a magical butt plug to manipulate this,
No.
He would know how to make a magical butt plug.
That's true.
Ah.
Or, you may not be the only psychic.
Well, Merrix is wearing shackles as well.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that he can't be communicated to.
All right. Well,
He himself can't cast spells.
15-minute recess?
I'm just gonna circle the ones that I think that we suspected.
All right.
You could do that, yeah. I was the one who noticed. I would like
Okay,
to
so we
call
need
for a
to-
roll call. I believe there were more people here than there were prior.
Yeah, hold on. Let's have a recess first.
yeah. So Gordon walks up to the four of you.
Mhm.
What on earth is going on?
Oh,
The
he's
eye has been tampered with.
I couldn't have been tampered with. It is an artifact. There's
Chef is going to take his hand on his shoulder and point him directly at the ring and where the tarnish has been messed with.
He looks at it. He doesn't notice anything different. He goes, "Look, I understand what you're saying, but the power of magic that would be required to tamper with an artifact of that scale, in the short period of time that it could have possibly been tampered with, requires power far greater than anyone in Thronehold halls."
Who else is in the room?
There's also multiple people who are hiding in the back. And there are more people within the group now.
Yes, at the beginning of the trial, there were 2 people standing by the pillars. But
I believe
they are not
one of
here.
them is behind us.
Oh, well,
Are you implying this person?
Kind of motion towards like a bit of both of them. I don't know which one it is. Which one? Circle it.
I think Jared's right.
Alright, so I'll have that one pinged, and it's one of these two. I'm pretty
I
sure.
think you should go that guy, this guy, and this guy.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure what. I don't know how we could prove that this was open to any diplomats in the city. I don't.
Gentlemen, may I give a recommendation?
Please, please.
A little lesson on how we should be behaving here. They're going to attempt anything they can to make you seem like you had a motivation to go and frame Merrix. So
Fire
please
race.
refrain from any sort of outbursts or radical claims. Even if they're true, if the eye can't be counted on, we must treat this like a normal courtroom. We have to focus on our points.
We can't necessarily focus on the point if they believe everything we're saying is a lie.
Gordon kind of looks down at you. He's holding his hands to his temples. And he just goes, okay. I don't like this, but if they're playing dirty, we have to play dirty too. He puts his hands on the table. Do what you have to. Anything to convict him.
I like how he's saying this, and the guy's like 6 feet away.
This is happening like in a separate chamber. I just don't have a map for that.
Okay, fair enough. I just thought it was a funny visual.
Yeah, dude, I was like,
Merrix just
wait a
turns
minute.
around. Dude, what the fuck? Yeah, Your
Their
Honor,
ears
these
in
guys
the
are fucking
wall.
cheating.
Their ears in the wall. There's no way they would have been able to find out half the information they provided in that room without it.
They're using the what?
There's ears in the wall. There's no way they could have figured out the information without it, because they had some information that we never brought to Merrix.
This
We're
could be
being
just.
watched.
I had an idea.
I have an idea too, but it could be my paranoia. You go
As
I
first.
might suggest the same thing, honestly.
As he lifts his hands up from the table, there is something sitting underneath the piece of paper his hands were on.
Yoink.
No, I'm just gonna slide the paper and whatever's underneath it to Kingston.
There's a key.
Kingston, be very careful about what you do past this point.
Now, I will say, out of earshot, there is a guard watching y'all, but he cannot hear your conversation.
I'm gonna kind of like
Gordon leave.
it's your gauntlets, I assume.
He didn't say, but you don't know what else they'd be to.
Chef is gonna kind of like position himself to kind of block view for a moment and start kind of going over the paper to kind of provide some cover.
It's just one
Now-
of Kingston's preparation documents.
This is
So if
I
you're
need
gonna
to-
be doing it, this is
Could you go ahead and repeat yourself? Jared, you're a little quiet. I don't know of any other documents we could use.
That was the first thing I would do. Remember, I had a Russian friend in Deceit. Those are the easiest things to learn, and then the easiest to remember.
They don't actually power off. If you know from when they were put on your wrist, they started glowing as soon as they were on your wrist before they were cuffed. It's not the cuffing that actually does it. It's them being around your wrists. So they continue glowing as long as they're being powered by your arcane signature. But as long as they're around your wrists, you do not have access to magic.
so basically just loosen it a little bit to where it's not cuffed.
Well, it would still be doing it. They have to be off.
Kingston. Just be very careful.
Excuse me, gentlemen. I
Sir?
can't help but feel my advice was ignored. Can I get a confirmation on it?
Go ahead.
I did not hear you.
Not me.
To not only treat this as a regular courtroom, since it can't be relied that the eye will be truthful, but also the fact that we must completely acknowledge everything they say is going to be leading in some form or fashion.
Mm-hmm.
As well as to everyone keep their heads cool, please. No more interjections of claiming the eye is rigged. Even if we're all thinking it, we should all be aware that they're not going to accept that. So if we have any crackpot ideas, keep them in your mind, please, and try to implement them in a more subtle way besides flat out.
I did have an idea. I have two ideas.
Well, I can cast Detect Magic once we're back in the room.
But of course you're going to detect magic.
No, it tells
No,
you the
what-
types of magics.
You're
Now,
not gonna...
what was your idea, Yvel?
Well, I couldn't help but notice that, well, when we were in here last time, that the eye glows blue under certain statements.
Focus
Well.
on hitting blue statements.
No, not necessarily. So it can discern from the question as well as your intent. So when we ask a question, or when we give a statement, even if it's something as simple as giving your name, say something along the lines of, "I will answer the following statements regarding the trial truthfully." And if that's read, then the gambit, truly. If it turns red there, then we just lose. But it's an idea nonetheless.
I don't believe it's a good idea to do, Yvel. I feel like it makes us stand out more.
It
And
damages the credibility.
Can you roll, all of you, just an insight real quick as you're thinking about the eye?
I have advantage on those.
19.
Fuck.
Okay, so you're back.
Fuck. 6.
Did I roll it? Or did I
Yeah,
not?
all of you. You didn't roll it.
Where's my insight? Damn.
Okay. Vel and Kingston. Magic of this strength, he's telling the truth. It would take an immense amount of time or an immense amount of power to actually tamper with that artifact to make it function differently. That it could have been broken a lot easier, but it's obviously functioning in some way. The artifact is on the ceiling, but not part of the ceiling. And you see no way it could have possibly have been tampered with.
Sorry, I'm back.
There's a little man inside of the eye.
What?
He's controlling it like a ball gunning pit thingy on like.
No.
So wait.
No.
What did the DM say? What did Coke say?
Vel and Kingston. The artifact itself is far too powerful to have been tampered with in the amount of time that would have been required.
Yeah, no, I believe that.
So, as y'all are thinking about it, obviously the eye, it has been tampered with. You know, obviously the eye isn't working as intended. You know this just due to the sheer fact that you know you're telling the truth.
Right.
And then it's glowing red. So, as you are trying to think on what could cause that, you realize that the eye that eye was not originally part of this room. This was originally a ballroom that was converted into a court.
Mhm.
It is bolted onto the ceiling, but it is not part of the ceiling.
Okay.
And you don't see any way it could have been tampered with.
Yes.
Can we have Kingston roll an investigation and Avell?
Sure. Go
I'll
ahead.
give Kingston help action then.
23. I mean,
You'd have to take off the thing.
Oh,
all his internal magic stays within him. We
Oh,
already
then yeah.
know.
25.
25.
Jared,
Yeah,
add an extra 5 to it.
Oh no, it's better than 24. 25.
all right. With a 30, it would be difficult. It is a very large object, but you are currently in the trial of the most powerful artificer in the world, but more importantly, the most important member of
That's
the
canon.
largest house of most proficient craftsmen in the world. If anyone could move that eye and make such a realistic replacement, it is House Decaneth. You don't know how you could possibly prove that that is the case without suspending the trial, but
We could
If
just
anyone do
Eldritch
it-
blast it, and if it explodes, it's fake.
if anyone do it, it's them.
I told you I want to learn.
It's replacement.
The only question is, where would the eye be now?
We don't
Devel's
need.
right. Where's the eye? It'd be the only way to prove
No.
that it was tampered with.
If it's a creation like Kingston is suggesting, somebody's actively using it.
Now you're cooking with gas, boys.
Either internally or from a third party, if we can figure out who it is.
I want all of you to roll me a straight intelligence check to recall something from earlier on in the trial.
Brain blast.
I wouldn't use it.
Avell got a nat 20!
Okay, Evel and Tolson, because Tolson, you were on the stand when this happened. There was a moment where you said something that
Dum-dum.
it was ambiguous. Now that you're thinking about it, it was a little bit ambiguous as to if that would have helped Merrix's case or not. And it took a moment for the light to glow green or red. As if it was deciding.
You said that that's annoying.
I'll send Dimension Door me.
What?
Dimension Door me above the ceiling.
I need to have a visual above the ceiling.
Well, you have something for that.
Yes,
don't
above?
you?
I could use Beelzebub, but if Beelzebub is seen, you know how damning the ramifications would be.
Well, do what you feel.
However,
That'd be
you know, we
invisible.
are on recess right now, so that being said, where are we in correlation to the ballroom?
You are in
Um,
you are in a recess chamber that is down here. So there's like a little room back here underneath this raised area that you were in.
Let me see.
Underneath where? Can you ping it? Under here?
Yeah, so through here there's a door that leads to 2 recess rooms, one for the prosecution and one for the defense.
Paulson,
on.
you should get a blind friend here some fresh air.
Hold on, before we do that, can you bring him here?
Bring who? Beelzebub?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
For a blessing of sorts.
I don't like summoning him in this room, but sure, I suppose.
I mean, he could just hide in your shadow.
He appears. He floats up from the ground.
Specifically, I only cast Pass Without Trace on Beelzebub.
Sheesh. That's what, a plus 10?
Plus 10 to stealth.
Plus 17 to stealth.
The trial has actually been one of the more interesting ones because so much has come up. People don't lie on the stands. That's no one lies under the eye of truth. That's crazy.
Inconceivable.
So he's kind of locked in. He can't hear your conversation though. He's standing far enough away because you have that privacy to discuss with the prosecutor.
So I have my back to him while I'm doing the like little chants.
And Chef's just making himself a shield to the best of his ability. I mean, you could also do something. You could also just do detect
extremely
thoughts.
damage.
You know, there's also another more simple solution.
Take the cuffs off, detect thoughts, put them back on.
I was saying about the eye.
And that would be.
If it's a replica, it's by no means going to be anywhere near as powerful, correct?
What are you insinuating?
To break the eye.
Not break it physically, but what if we dispelled it? We'd cause the court case to be suspended for a little while.
That would be tampering, and that would not look well on us, especially because
You're forgetting something. May I please finish my thoughts for once, for fuck's sake? They will have to investigate the eye. And upon doing so, they will realize it is much lower quality. And if one of us were to be accused of dispelling it, they would be having to say we would be more powerful than pretty much any adventurer to ever exist. There's no way any of us would have the capabilities of doing so. All we have to do is plead that, and it'd go against their own common sense.
He's right, you know. I think he left, right?
No, Thornflash is like, I don't know how. If it's a replica, are we even positive it's magical?
It may just be a simple mechanism. We need
I
to
can
find a
check if
pilot.
it's magical beforehand. You're forgetting I can do these things.
Godspeed.
Well, do we want to do that then, or do we want to...
Let's figure out if it is magical first.
Very well then.
I believe it is nothing more than a mechanism.
Can I have a wizard spell for this? I can. Ooh, hold on. I'm seeing if there's anything else that would be far more useful for this spell slot. Huh?
Silence! Wait, no, you could just put silence. If there's a person in there, they just can't hear shit.
No, what spell did you recommend? What level is that?
It's a sec. Oh, it's a third. Okay.
Yeah, I can't do that. I can only do up to the second level wizard spells, Jared. Unfortunately. Nah.
I'm going to go to the restroom real quick. I'll be back.
He has to get more things before he can do higher level spell slots.
See, that was a good idea though. Just if it's fake, it should be easily dispellable. And then they'll have to examine it and be like, wait, yeah, no, if anyone here was powerful enough to do that, that's literally just impossible. I can do detect magic with my wizard spell slot instead of my actual stuff.
I love knowing the solution and watching y'all discuss.
What do you think? Is it a good idea?
I'm not telling you anything. It may be a great idea. It may be an awful idea. Who knows?
Is it a witty idea?
It's certainly an idea.
It is one of the
Hey.
ideas of all time.
I'll take my chances.
All right. I think maybe we should send you know who to you know where to do you know what.
Gross. In public?
It's necessary to do it in public. Otherwise, there's
Oh,
no
God.
thrill.
Vel, I know you can't see others, but others can see you.
What?
If,
I was not permitted to go piss.
He has a
I am
plus-
permitted to go piss.
Listen.
What I miss?
So far, I'm holding concentration up to an hour for this, so you have a +10 to stealth, for stealth. Up until
17?
that, minimum +10, +17 right now to stealth. So
Yeah, people who lived off coast always had it way better.
Honestly, Jared, I think a good play here is since you are being covered by a chef, you can just quickly slip them off, detect thoughts to see if there's a person, and if there's a person, direct them, and then put it back on when we go back out.
Okay, I'm back. Telson's gonna speak to Beelzebub.
Detect thoughts would.
I can also do detect thoughts.
No, then detect thoughts to find them. Unless you wait, is that your wizard or your?
It's my
Warlock.
wizard spell.
What you gonna?
I
use
have
in your-
one wizard spell. I can use it either to dispel magic or detect thoughts. However, the ramifications for if we're caught attempting to dispel the magic
Is
of the
big.
fucking all-seeing eye,
They're gonna give me a tongue and I can read here.
that's like,
What level wizard spell can you cast?
First and
like-
second.
yeah.
Dispel magic is a 3rd level spell.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it is.
detect is your go-to then.
No, sorry. Dispel magic is my warlock
Okay.
Oh, then detect. Detect
because
is
I
no
have
downside
4th
then.
level spells.
Also, do remember, dispel magic cannot dispel any effects of it specifically choose any creature, object, or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, the target makes on the target make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Also,
So it's not a guaranteed success if it's too strong.
Also, isn't dispel magic a touch?
No. It's got an
no, it's a-
area / range of 120.
Yeah, it's a 120 foot range. I do believe you have to choose the magical, choose any creature, object, or magical effect within range. So you could choose the object without knowing if it's magical or not. But if it's not magical, it won't be dispelled.
Yeah, that's where the detect magic would come in handy first.
Mhm.
Is that your
Ooh,
warlock or your wizard?
that's detect magic is my wizard. Dispel magic is my warlock.
Can he ritual?
No.
Mm.
I cannot.
I figured I'd ask because we would have enough time to ritual.
Fuck, there was something I was gonna say that was kind of important. Fuck.
Honestly, at this point, is
This
there a
window.
downside to Jared taking off the gauntlets and then putting it back on before we go back out?
I don't know.
Well, they can't see us. Just take them off while we're hidden away and read people's brains.
That's what I was saying, but Jared said no, and I didn't hear the reason.
It's possible people could detect that.
I
Or
mean,
that there could be like magic detection devices in the court. So I mean, like,
I leave that to Jared's discretion.
Well, then they would have just detected the fact that you cast magic. And I believe Coke said previously that there wasn't any
yeah,
magic
because we
detection in
can,
here.
so long we don't get caught.
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
So there is no downside. If
I am a
'cause-
firm believer that preventing you from being able to cast spells is dumb and stupid, with the exception of Kingston's Cuffs, because that's a strategy thing.
So is Jared even here?
I said I wonder. if
Honestly,
there's
take
any
them off.
stay away
Detect
from my
thoughts
phone.
at the highest level to try and see if
Let's
there's
let's
somebody we know
RP
about.
this.
I've already
let's
said
RP
this
all
in
of our plan.
character.
I think my dad uses him as an excuse to go home. What he doesn't want to stay at.
How far does that go out?
Does it all the time.
Because I'm gonna say you are right here, in this square, in the room. So how many feet is it? And I'll get it sized out.
So 3 times 6, 180.
Yeah, I think you're good.
The entire ballroom.
So the first thoughts you notice are those of the party and the guard surface level. All the surface level thoughts are pretty simple. You notice beer and land and most of the court is like this is pretty cut and dry. You notice. Go ahead. No.
Where's red?
Beer and land is beer and land is like, wow, well, this is very cut and dry. I just hope it's over soon so we can get on not guilty and go on with our day. This is the only guy who isn't sure. He thinks something's up. It just feels fishy to him. He doesn't understand why y'all would lie on the stand. And that is the dwarven representative, Olaf Stonebrow.
That's my go.
Yeah. Do you
What
have
about
keen
the-
mind, Kingston?
Ow.
I'm going to make you roll me int check with advantage because of that. Yeah, I'll allow history. Just to remember the layout of the room while in this area to see if you can tell where thoughts
26.
are coming from and who. 26.
I
Okay.
mean, you can also increase it more. Better be safe.
You recall the exact number of people in the courtroom. And of the exact number of people in the courtroom, that I'm not just going to count it right now. Fuck it, I'll count it. That's
2,
10,
4, 6. Wait, sorry, 2, 4, 6.
17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. Yep. 36, not counting yourself. The 36 people in the courtroom, you can feel all of your parties. Well, you can't feel your party's mind, but you remove those. Merrix and James O'Fair, Gordon Thornflash, all of the tribunal members, the guards. There's only 33.
So 3 are blocked.
Dun, dun, dun.
We have 2 accounted for, and there's 1 missing.
No,
You
Yeah.
specifically know, and I'm only going to pinpoint these once, so pay close attention.
Wait, before you do that, oh, okay. So I was right on 2, got it. Oh,
Oh, it was the guy behind us.
how do I remove some of the ones that I've marked prior?
You can just...
You select them. So you get the mouse tool, select them, and then And then you
Oh.
can delete it, press backspace. Mm-hmm.
Jared, I circled the one he pinged. I circled the right one, right? Y'all were all watching. I circled the
think
right
so.
one.
Yes.
Why is it being deleted?
Move the square.
I'm removing the circles.
No, you can just remove the square.
Oh my fucking god. There we go. Let me put his. Yeah, I'm gonna put his token back.
I'll delete my shit. Oh. Let me delete my shit real quick. There you go. Smile face?
It's wonky smile face, just for you.
Yay.
Not new.
Not here.
Not new. Their mental signature is missing.
Which means they are protecting their mind somehow.
You don't know if they're. You know there was 2 new people in the courtroom.
Does Kingston relay this information?
So actually, you're smart enough. This isn't going to require a roll. You are able to presume that 2 of them were the people you saw in the back of the room. The other one's been in here the whole time.
And he's been watching us. That's how he was able to get the information.
All you know is that there's 3 people in here with rings of mind shielding.
Specifically to counter Kingston. However, we're in a bit of a situation now, because if we call them off having rings of mind shield and start trying to suss them out,
Then you look like a crazy, insane person.
well, not just that,
I mean, I don't care if I.
they would know that somebody used magic.
No.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Or you could just give him an aneurysm right there.
You could actually just give him the stroke, Jared.
If he just dies, that's arguably worse for a case.
No. Then the
That
trial
would, do you know how
delayed.
bad that would look for Kingston?
Oh, this guy's grilling us, and now he's dead during a recess? Huh, I wonder what happened there.
Not to
Your
mention, you
honor,
were the
my
last
cause.
person. You were the last person that testified.
Tussin's
Okay.
gonna look to Beelzebub. Do you think you could get into the ceiling very easily?
That shouldn't be a problem.
Alright, then how do you feel about some espionage and invading people's privacy?
What are you planning?
You are going to be eyes in the sky into the ceiling, and through you I will cast Detect Magic. We will be able to see the schools of any magic anyone is using, including the eye. From there, we're going to be doing something akin to probably high treason, and attempting to dispel this fake of an all-seeing eye.
Is that all, boss?
I'm tired, boss. Do you have any objections to this?
I suppose not.
Alright. Then, as stealthily as you can, preferably using your intangibility to go through and up the pillars into the ceiling. Obviously, stick to the darkness.
They happen to have a
He's going-
paladin that does detect good and evil.
Ah! Immediately dispel. Ah.
Mhm.
So I guess while we're still under here, he's gonna send him off to go up into the, like, you know.
Yeah.
Willow, get out of the trash can. Turd. Do I need to make a stealth roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
With
Let's
plus
go.
with plus 17.
If I absolutely needed to, I can make it a 22 plus 22.
Fucking why
have a-
not?
You have a plus 17. That should be enough. Use an instant attack, dude. Don't use more resources.
Can I
on
give
you.
him a little snack to give him a plus 3 to dex checks?
Or just whips out the walk.
Plus 20?
Yeah, how does Beelzebub feel being this juiced up on his stealth?
He is a shadow. I do just want to point that out.
He doesn't technically even need to do it. He could just go in the shadows and not be seen.
Better safe than sorry. Okay, here's the roll.
He sees this as
17
phenomenal.
plus 17.
34.
So for a cool 34, he slides into your shadow, and then you see a slight dark spot move up the wall as you're watching him, and he disappears into the ceiling.
Well, he's up there. Whether anyone saw him or not, who knows?
This is
Probably
Rubber Duck. What's up there? What's up there, Rubber Duck?
All right, I'm gonna look through his eyes and attempt the detect magic. And cast. Wow. He is
Okay.
now looking through Beelzebub's eyes.
Yeah, you cast detects magic. Yeah, there's a magical signature coming from this artifact.
What school?
I guess it would be like evocation. Maybe I could.
That's interesting.
Or-
Not divination? Enchantment?
What about the people?
Actually, I'm going to say it's an artifact tool. This is technically from UA. It's techno magic.
Interesting.
Techno magic like Panic at the Disco? I'm
No, he's
sorry.
gonna look at the people in the stands.
Mm-hmm.
Any magical signatures coming from them?
Yeah, there's a few people with magical signatures. You see a few of the people on a few of the members of the tribunal have magical signatures. A few of the random diplomats have magical signatures. Just that faint aura, and then the people that y'all are currently suspecting also share magical signatures.
Do the three we're suspecting share the same school?
It's not how that works.
Pretty sure it is.
Let me
Detect
double
magic
check.
just lets you see what school of magic is being cast.
And where it's being cast.
A faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. I mean, their school of magic would only like apply to wizards that have a specific school, but everyone else, if they're magically capable, just have a faint aura.
Yeah, but he's referring to like, do we see the magic that be relating to a?
No, Chef, or fucking Troy, you don't understand. Like, it's spells specifically. You learn the magic that's being cast from spells.
Yeah, spells
Um,
are like
but-
an object. If a magical object has a specific type of magic, it would fall on.
Yes. It's not
Yeah.
like this. It's not like this person's a school of, like, oh, what's this? This type of magic? This guy's a warlock of the hidden sun or some shit like that.
No,
Yeah,
I
he's
was
trying to
just referring
see
the
if
ring.
he's trying to see if they have the same type of magic coming from them as the rings. The rings of mind, anti-mind
maybe-
virus.
Maybe if it was like a constant emission of a certain type of magic, or like concentration, maybe. because it's like constant output, I think. But
I mean, would it be
That's an idea.
highlighted by the fact that he's doing detect magic? Not detect magic, detect thoughts. That would mean that it's being actively blocking out thoughts.
no,
Mm-mm.
or probably.
Am I
won't.
able to detect if they're wearing anything giving off the same magical aura as our own ring of protections or ring of mind shielding?
Yeah, the 3 that you all believe to be wearing rings of mind shielding, you see their ring has a signature of divination magic. That would be divination, right? I guess it's
Think so.
anti-divination.
Yes.
Can I smell what color underwear they're wearing?
True.
Well, because, like, let me double check. No, oh my god, not detect. It would be abjuration magic.
Okay. Oh my
Not-
god, that guy's
not-
wearing
not-
magical underwear. Holy shit.
Yeah, non-detection is abjuration.
Well,
I want underwear of mind shielding.
3 suspects are all sharing the same school of magic emanating from them. It seems to be mind shielding.
What about the eye?
The eye is some sort of techno magic. I'm not too familiar with that form of it.
Would
but
Kingston be aware of that, given that his house, it might be his house's whole motif?
Yeah, go for it. $17? Yeah. You know what technomancy is. You don't need to. It won't make a meaningful difference. Don't waste your resources, dog. I'm helping you here.
Can you
It's
cash?
not a high DC roll. It's something you know about. Yeah, technomancy. So it's interesting because it's things that don't fall under a traditional school of magic. As far as like our understanding of things, it's closer to like an electronic device than anything. It would be harder because it's it functions with magic differently than like an enchanted object. It is using magic to power a circuit, essentially. So it's something that not every artificer works with that. Some artificers do work with more traditionally arcane. But technomancy is a specific type of magic used to create something more akin to electronic devices.
Quick question, Tolson. Are you able to cast anything involving sound?
involving sounds? No, not at the moment.
Not anything that could, like, I don't know, shatter an object?
I was capable of casting the spell Shatter at one point, and then I discarded it.
Oh.
Yeah. So a bit of a better description of it. So a large silver ring encompasses this giant stained glass eye protruding from the ceiling. It has irises made of gorgeous, like clear white stained glass. It's not clear because it's not like see-through, but it's like stained glass. It's nice and white. And then the center pupil is stained glass that illuminate either blue, red, or green and shines that color light out of the iris.
I didn't realize that was close.
And,
Oh, that's pretty
all that stained glass is secured with silver frames that stretch across the eye.
Like the little fingertip of that.
We just sent him up there with a few stained glass panels.
Oh wait, that's true. He might be cooking.
Fuck. We could stop it with the power of concussive maintenance.
Wait. If it happens during the recess, it will be suspicious. Have it happen when Merrix is on the stand.
I could also just attempt to dispel its magic first before we damage something that could be perceived as a priceless artifact.
It doesn't matter upon immediate examination. Upon examination, they'll realize it's fake anyway. Like, it doesn't matter when we destroy
Yes, but if Merrix is getting grilled when it happens, it will shine poorly on him.
I don't see how that will affect him.
What if it's not fake, but just being overridden on what it's showing?
No.
Are you I have an important question. Are you planning on sending Beelzebub inside the eye?
Not at the moment.
Okay, noted.
But I want you to.
I don't like the idea of sending a shadow demon into the
See-through
light-producing eyeball. It's just gonna cast a shadow, and it's just gonna be a giant demon from the ceiling, and it'll be like, "What the fuck?"
Trials canceled. Reschedule. And let's look at that eye.
Okay, I want to put this out here, out of character. Rescheduling would hurt us, not help us.
No, rescheduling would help us.
If this case right now, Merrix versus our party, trying to convict them of the current crime, if it gets pushed back, the next one is going to be trying to prove if Kingston is innocent or guilty.
Troy, they're not gonna do that when he's a witness in one of the biggest cases of the century.
If you end up getting wrapped up and you are confirmed to be responsible for this, they won't need to have a trial.
Then we've won.
But we don't know where the real one is.
Oh yes, but we can most certainly prove that this is fake.
So, asking DM here, dispel magic wouldn't work because it's techno magic.
It could work. It's just the way that Artificer's technological magic works is it would basically be able to reset itself really quickly.
You could disable it for a moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not really a situation where it won't work. Dispel magic will dispel the magic, but I would require you to roll a spellcasting check, and you would have to roll pretty high to dispel the magic for a substantial enough amount of time to make a difference.
I mean, to be fair, all I was gonna say is, if it just starts stuttering when normally it's been working seamlessly for all of this time, I think that would bring some confusion as to, is this actually working as intended? Multiple people have pointed out this is not.
What? It's technically if you from the modern magic UA. I suppose you don't have it.
I don't know. Guess I'll find out. Aren't you so happy that my company did this soon?
Oh,
It's being sarcastic.
how can I use it?
He already used his wizard spell. No, that's his warlock.
Also,
detect magic was
I
the
think
wizard.
that's kind of metagaming the rules, Jared.
Well,
Also,
and I mean, I, you're right. I would let y'all use UA. The only thing is, I'm using Technomancy as a type of spell, as like a type of magic. I don't have any.
It
Technomancy
doesn't
in
fit
my game.
in any other thing.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, there's no commune with city or anything.
Oh dang, I was planning on casting that.
Y'all aren't gonna be.
Number.
I'm not.
They
You're
will
not gonna be able to learn the 3rd level spell, invisibility to cameras or find vehicle.
Dang it.
Go,
All of
Beelzebub.
the
I
cameras.
cast find
You
me a
can't- you can't learn
Toyota.
protection from ballistics.
I summon to me my Honda Accord.
Okay, come on.
Okay,
Thinking caps.
I cast Shatter. Just kidding, I don't have access to Shatter. I
was
wish
about
I
to say,
did.
You're not exactly a super spellcaster.
I'm
I
not
don't-
very fond of sending Beelzebub into the eye.
Okay.
First
well, then what are we going to do then?
Can you speak up, Jared?
Yeah.
It's fine. I just can't hear you.
And if they built in security measures into this replica,
Well, then for further proof, can't exactly have like ballistic missiles coming out of. And they may not have been planning on this.
oh my god, there's a cat in my lap.
There's a cat in the eye.
It's powered by a gerbil on a wheel.
And we literally can't talk about it.
It's true, you can't.
I can, but that's regardless.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you didn't sign an NDA.
The fuck do you mean you didn't sign it?
Why would I sign it?
Why wouldn't you? I swear you signed it. No, this is pertinent. My records are off.
Something that actually is pertinent that I did forget to mention is from the eye. There is also a signature of abjuration magic.
Defensive
that
magic
hurts.
shielding it.
It's a very minor signature, but it is there.
Ooh.
Perhaps.
I was capable of it. We'd have to wait 24 hours, though.
Oh, good. We'll just wait in here then.
Oh, yes, perfect idea. We can hide from our problems.
Worked for me so far.
How much time do we have left?
What's our lawyer's name again?
all
Gordon
good, man.
Thornflash.
Well, sorry, what was it? One person at a time?
Gordon Thornflash.
Gordon,
Yes.
do you have any recommendations of anything?
I mean, if you can figure out what they're doing from the courtroom, you could possibly impede. I mean, I don't know what they have happening with their fake eye, but as bizarre as that sounds. So, I mean, you are the expert in these matters over me. However, I advise you proceed with caution. We don't need any more suspicion befalling a party.
Can you send Beelzebub and your birds to take a look at the 3 targets?
No, the birds. Birds, no.
Yes, birds in the courtroom.
You've turned them invisible before.
It is true. They can't turn invisible if you
I
summon the ravens instead.
I could, but I can either summon Beelzebub or the Ravens. One or the other, not both.
How many birds can you have at once?
I can have 3, however, they lack the versatility of Beelzebub.
We have 3 targets. We need to just see if they're doing anything.
You know, Beelzebub can communicate telepathically. I wonder if we could mimic any sort of...
What are you thinking?
What if these people were somehow controlling when the eye
That
decides
is
what
what I
color
was
to
getting
change?
at.
We get into their head then and tell them which color to do when. If possible, we could play the game of cheating too.
If that's
Communicating to Beelzebub. How good are you at impersonations?
Well, this is the only form I can take, so I'd say pretty dog shit. Unless you want me to impersonate another shadow demon.
How do you think you'd be able to trick anybody into letting you into their minds? They're clearly cheating and we need in.
Sleight of hand off the the ring.
Bring a remote. One of the two.
Honestly, gentlemen, there's too many variables here.
The thing
and
we need to do
don't know
first.
enough information.
The first thing we need to do, if there is some form of control, likely via some form of remote, is figure out which one of them is doing it.
We'll continue back to the courts and continue the trial while Beelzebub stays in the ceiling and watches with the detect magic. If there's any sort of signal being given off from them magically that corresponds to the same timing as the eye, no, and we'll have more information to work on. Because personally, I'm not a fan of trying to sabotage this eye. You know how bad that could do for my reputation if I'm caught.
I think any of you getting caught with any of this, and most of all, you applying and making it seem like your conspiracy and all of this would look bad enough. So
Yes,
I
but
don't
what would my father say if it was proven true?
I don't think your father would say anything. I think he'd just give you another slug again.
No, I think he'd give me more than that, and that's the issue.
Maybe 2 or 3. Sorry.
I know I'm handsome, but I can't keep these looks up forever at that rate.
Do you know anything about your schedule?
At least you still got your ego.
Ego? It's called confidence. He kind of like fixes his tie.
I meant like very steady.
Abel will crack a smile.
Alright, let's go. We'll keep an eye on
Before
them
we
to see if
go-
any signals come from them.
Before we go, Kingston, don't forget your shackles.
After what
I-
we've heard all night from back in Sean in the rooms, I think we know you're quite used to wearing them, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Sometimes it shuts itself off. That's what it is.
Hope you're comfortable.
45.
What are you locating? Would that work? You've seen it. Does that make you familiar with it?
The way
We
they're
sat
keeping
under
that
it
in,
for 2 hours.
the way they're
fucked
keeping that
with
in
it.
a lead box.
That's fair.
This is a question for Coke.
Where did he go?
Coke
Where
is
did he
scared.
come from? Got Night Joe.
Oh, can y'all not hear me?
Oh, there you are.
Okay, one moment.
So are you interested in getting?
Did not have location predetermined.
No, that's not it. I'm just checking the spell
What?
real quick.
What?
Putting a big eye like that out of the city is probably someplace close by.
7.
probably somewhere inside of this
Describe,
face.
describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of you.
1,000 feet is pretty damn close.
You can't find it. 1,000 feet is like less than the size of the castle you're in.
I mean, it's
Oh,
possible
yeah?
it could have been smuggled into the castle, but
Double it. Give it to the next person.
2,000 feet, almost a mile.
If
Kidding.
it was the 1,000 feet you said, you could have gotten more, but or the 1,000 miles you said, but it is not 1,000 miles. It's 1,000 feet.
Could
Yeah,
you
I would like to
upcast it?
see if I lost this penny in anywhere of the country or continent of Africa, please. Thank you.
Unfortunately, it is in Eurasia.
Like in the time that you guys are here.
My
Damn it.
Asia.
Sean
So-
owns in Asia.
Does it have the ability to be upcasted, or is it just a flat?
I didn't know they could
Flat.
Man, getting the eye here would not help us. I think at this point we need to just figure out who has the control over the eye. Which I imagine it would have to be somebody who's close enough to the stand, which is likely the people directly behind us.
You use the spell. You use the spell, but go ahead. I know, I'm just making sure you're not saying, oh, I didn't do that, because you did.
Like, nuh-uh, I didn't do it, didn't want
What's the results? What's happened from it?
Nothing.
Oh, it's like right next to
What if these guys don't have true sight?
Yeah. Is it home too sweet?
Jared, won't your clairvoyant sensor go away when you put your cuffs back on?
Yeah.
Oh.
It would.
Is it
External.
concentration? Oh,
Is it the one by Clinton? Or there
That was
too.
what I said. That wasn't what he said. I just said it could happen. Oh, did you?
What? He could receive transmission inward. The fuck are you on about?
If there was a psychic person sending information. Oh, sorry.
Either way, they're both based. One is actually right next to the transportation office.
Okay.
Well, let's just continue and see what
Thing is-
happens when it happens.
Clairvoyance is concentration. You're unable to concentrate on an external spell once your cuffs are. If it was concentration, I'd say you could keep a connection to it by receiving that information, but it's concentration, and the concentration would break. I hope
Gentlemen, I believe we should continue.
We can just do like
I think we shan't.
And I'm not gonna tell you anything, but can I help you just a little bit?
No, no.
Okay.
I mean, I'm open to the help.
Y'all are severely
Cowards.
overthinking things.
Yeah, I'm just saying break it. I think that's what we should just do. We should just break it.
Y'all are just like thinking about all the complex countermeasures and stuff.
I mean, just figure out who's activating it.
like Mexican, chicken leg. Yeah. I thought I got that.
It would be pretty strong.
We got options. I'll have her itinerary done.
Do it, do it, do it.
It's actually a beacon of hope. Yeah.
A new
Like-
hand touches the beacon. As soon as Bielsa reaches in, just ah! Gentlemen, we must go. We're called on a side quest.
Finally.
Of course, it's my neck on the line if Beelzebub is found. Okay, break it then.
Well, you got a long day driving tomorrow. Say goodnight.
Okay. He lends him the vision, but also tells Beelzebub, don't break it if Kingston tells him to break it.
Okay.
Are you gonna be up?
This is gonna go so poorly.
You remember when Coke
Shatter.
said, you
Shatter.
won't die or lose your character as long as you don't do anything absurdly dumb.
Shatter. He said shatter. Do it.
As soon as this happens, Beelzebub is to leave.
Shatter also does double damage to non-living things.
Oh god, this is where the gerbil I mentioned comes into place.
Oh my
It's
god.
the countermeasure.
It doesn't do double damage. It's at disadvantage on the saving throw.
Oh really?
A
Yeah.
non-magical object that doesn't mean one character also takes the damage if it's in the spell's area. There's nothing about double damage.
I think
Inorganic
you're
creatures-
will leave you with her.
Inorganic creatures take double damage, but inorganic creatures have disadvantage on the saving throw. But
Oh okay.
okay,
Fireball.
As soon as this happens, Beelzebub is instantaneously fucking as fast as physically possible leaving this plane.
I just want to confirm. This is what you want to do. I'm giving you the chance to not do this if you so choose.
Where
It is a bad idea.
you go?
Just look for the people
Beel-
who are
Beelzebub-
activating it.
Beelzebub's vision
that
cuts
simple.
out from you.
We
Fucking
were
gonna
over.
cut that. It's too dumb.
Oh my god, dude. I was sitting there like, oh my god, how do I save your character?
We just get fucking TPK'd. Or TPD'd, I guess.
I was literally thinking of what could I possibly do to protect you in this instance.
We just
Oh my
go
God,
back to the
guys,
trial and figure out who's activating it. It's
Yeah,
that
for
simple.
real.
You know what? I'm gonna make this easy for you. The recess is over.
Thank you, Coke.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
I'm
Jared
getting
was
my apple juice
spiraling.
and taking a piss.
I'm refilling my drink.
I just wanted to see who the fuck was casting magic, bro.
That was so wild. That was like, oh my
love
god,
it,
we're
just
doing
Y'all are really overthinking this. I'm gonna cast Shatter.
I was even about to say, bro. It's like, Coke, we're overthinking it. This is fine. This is us as underthinking it as possible.
Coke,
Jared, I love you, man. No,
you
you're
misunderstand the level that we try to go around things. Overkill is the best kill.
awesome. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I would have done it personally.
I'm gonna take a piss. I'm gonna piss out all that insanity Jared just spawned.
That's what I'm saying, Jared. I had fun with that.
Sean was fucking praying just to see what would happen.
Oh dear, I was wanting it so bad. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be a really entertaining next few hours if this shit happens.
Same.
Okay.
Dante,
I was just like,
will be
I want him to
quaking
do
for
it
10
so
minutes.
bad.
Okay. What did I miss?
Let's let Jared do it, but also, can my character not die too?
Yeah.
We all die.
This is just your reminder that, while unlikely, party death is always on the table.
And that was very much a TPD or a TPK.
Not me. I didn't do that shit.
We'd all have to be making backup characters. Shit.
My character was
TPA,
free.
total party arrest.
Well, that'd be a defeat, but yeah. Where's Chef?
All right, lead the way, lawyer man.
Do I have to re-put my character back on the map?
I just say my character jumps out the window. Simple.
Ah,
Easy to the point.
No, Sean, we could just dimension door away.
Again, ah.
But yeah,
Then we
as you
just
walk
leave
in,
there. It's guilty ass
you-
there.
as you walk in, you look at the 3 people you now suspect, and you notice the 2 that are new to the area are both looking exactly where they were before. As soon as you walk into the room, one of them is staring directly at James O'Fair, and the other is looking at your cuffs.
He put his cuffs back on and locked them, right? I would have slid the key back to the lawyer.
And the third one, who is who is seated right behind you, he is writing notes on a piece of paper.
Can I see? Just kidding.
Well, I was gonna ask, is there a way I could, like, take a glance as I'm walking over?
Summon an invisible raven behind him and look at his notes.
Oh, that works. Do I roll or does he just roll?
The Raven can just look at them. There's no roll required.
Fair enough.
There's nothing wrong with these notes. They are just notes of what's happening during the trial.
Have him look for any funny business on his persons.
He looks phenomenally inconspicuous.
This guy looks inconspicuous. Too inconspicuous.
That's kind of the vibe you're getting, actually.
He's trying to fit in really hard.
Well, no, he is fitting in really well.
Hi, my name's Norman the Normal Guy.
And when Norman the Normal Guy is suddenly at the top of your suspect list, you notice all of his normalcies as very odd.
Which he may just be a lad who's paranoid and has a mind shield ring. Who fucking knows?
Norman the Normal Guy. Norman, a normal guy.
And wow, he has And wow, he has the birds. You can put 2 more Invisibirds.
No.
You should put two more Invisibirds.
No.
Why not?
No.
Damn.
All right. The trial continues, correct? Coke, please. Please.
Yes.
Thank God.
The trial continues after our hour-long 15-minute recess.
Was it actually that long? That's funny.
I think it was longer.
We had a lunch break.
Everyone got hungry.
Peckish, if you will.
Well, there was a lot of conversation, so I imagine that it was like 15 minutes of in-universe time, but...
We were asking a lot of world questions and shit like that.
Gordon walks back to his stand, and Baron Blanc goes, "Order, order! Court is back in session. Mr. Thornflash, you may now cross-examine the witness." Now I need to ask, is anyone doing anything while Kingston is going to be doing his cross-examination?
I'm listening.
Watching.
listening. Oh my god.
Hello,
he here?
Jean-Jacques Courtinier.
Holy shit. They will be part of the stream that they will be watching later, and they will listen to us argue about semantics and almost TPD the party, which he will have to watch the video on Jared Saylor's YouTube channel.
はい、もしもし、今大丈夫ですか？
No, English.
American.
Look, I know you just got out of your Japanese class, but chill.
I didn't do, okay, I didn't.
We speak
What's
American
up,
here.
boys?
You're supposed to be inside the bullet train.
Well, for everyone listening in at home, a close friend of the show, Dante Arturo Garcia Galvan Escobar, has just shown up. Hi, Dante.
The main and only viewer we have.
I am actually. Hi guys, I'm so happy to be. I'm your biggest fan, you guys. I'm probably your only international fan. But I gotta say, listening
is
to your
true.
show really.
It's
really
great to
brings
have
a
you on this
smile
show.
on my face.
What do you want to say to the audience?
He is an international fan tuning all the way in from Japan.
Yeah.
Hirakata, Osaka. Isn't that crazy?
14
amazing.
hour time difference.
17 hours. Is that really 17 hours? That's crazy.
14.
Anyways, so what's the bit happening right now?
We almost wiped.
Jared almost wiped.
You'll definitely be really excited to see it in the VOD.
Cute. Oh, did I just miss the session?
No,
was-
the session's
it-
still happening.
No,
Oh, what?
Yeah, we are running low on time. It is midnight for Sean, so
Oh, God. You
I
take
can
my
stay up. I don't have
spotlight.
work.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So,
word.
anyways,
He
I need
doesn't have
to know.
work.
Nope, no
it's
work.
still probably for the best if we actually get back on track.
I do have work in the morning, so yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
true.
I'm not on a super rush right now, but it is important to note. Let's stay on track. Kingston is walking up for the cross examination right now.
Mm.
Are any of y'all doing anything? Are any of y'all going to be doing anything important during this cross examination? I want to have it ready so that I can let you know what's happening as the cross examination is going on.
I am
Just-
actively watching.
I'm listening for any I'm listening for these three individuals that were pointed out. I'm just kind of guessing where they are from description, but I'm going to be trying to determine like the movements they make, and if they are at all interacting with anything from above, like basically the eye. I'll be listening for the eye as well.
I'll be keeping an eye on this guy because that's the easiest guy to keep an eye on without looking suspicious. Because if I look behind me, it's gonna be obvious.
Mm-hmm. And Tulson?
I'm just looking from above to see if like any magic flares or anything.
Through Beelzebub or the birds?
Beelzebub. The
Okay.
burb, the singular burb is gone.
The bird's gone. Okay. Noted. Okay. So, from above, I will tell you, you see this guy looking up at Kingston and Gordon at the stand, and he is just ready to take notes of what's going on.
Okay.
And the other two are just watching where they've been watching, James O'Fair and Kingston's cuffs.
All right.
Mr. DeCaneth, as has been previously confirmed during this trial, it is true that you are the protege of Mr. Merrix DeCaneth. Correct? And prior to your discovery of his alleged acts, were you in any way, did you hold any sort of disdain towards him? The light goes red. The light goes red. Gordon just kind of looks at you with this look of like, you need to figure this out. We are losing.
Do I hear anything before the light turns red?
Roll me a perception check.
Does it have anything to do with what I'm doing?
No.
Okay.
Auditory in nature, so advantage.
You do have advantage.
So
I'm
that's
going
a
to
23.
call one of my okay, you already rolled it. Never mind. I should have called that Dante disruption.
You should have called one of your wants.
My Dante disruptions.
I mean,
I
it wouldn't have
still
changed anything because the first one was a 23.
It would have. You're correct.
No,
But I'm right here.
Anyways, you are listening, and trying to think about how quiet this would be. From behind you, you hear the faintest sound of tapping.
Left or right?
like writing.
Not right. You can hear the writing. He is this person as the question is asked. He writes the question and writes Kingston's response. And then you
Mhm.
notice he has two little like colored pencils, and he's writing under the response what color the light glows.
Mm-hmm. And I
Okay.
hear a sound that's not the pencil.
Sorry, I just got back from helping my cat.
He heard a sound that was not a pencil writing when the light glowed red.
Any magical signature from him?
Yeah, your detect magic is still up. You notice from him two short magical pulses.
This is the point where Beelzebub steals something. Sneaky, sneaky.
Awesome. I'll say without like moving my lips, or like he's too far away. He's 3 seats away or 2 seats away.
2 seats away.
2 seats
You
away.
can move over.
What color did the light glow?
Red.
Awesome.
Okay.
You glowed
Whenever
red.
Jared said something truthful.
Tulson
Yes,
behind.
I'm aware.
Are you trying to communicate anything to Gordon at all?
Me?
Gordon's at the front.
Yeah. There's no way to communicate to Gordon without being
I mean, you could give a head nod if he's looking in your direction.
I could communicate to him telepathically.
I can't see if he's looking in my direction.
Oh, then yeah, telepathically connect. Warn him.
But not when he's up at the stand. You know,
Um,
distracting him.
Gordon does kind of look in your general direction for a moment.
Hit him with what?
The telepathic. He's looking for confirmation.
I can't. I don't see him.
No, that's Tulsa we're referring to.
Beelzebub connects to his brain and informs him that the guy behind us did something twice really quick, and it caused the light to go red.
Have him ask Jared a question that he has to respond truthfully.
That's actually what I was about. I didn't. You don't need to tell me how to DM.
Oh, I was just trying to do this as like an out of character suggestion. That wasn't me trying to.
Don't out of character it. If we don't know, we don't know.
Anyways, as I was going to say prior to you making that remark, Mr. Decaneth, what color is your hair? The light goes green, and Sean, with that 23 carrying over, you hear 1 tap.
And did I hear 2 taps before?
You heard
Yeah.
2 taps before.
And also, the reason why I said that is I was trying to have like Tulson communicate that to him.
I'm going to tap twice. Does it do anything?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Beelzebub's gonna
What
go
is the
directly
sound
over that guy.
Specifically, what is the sound that's like? What does it sound like?
You aren't really able to tell clearly what it is. You're able to hear it happening, but it's so faint you can't particularly discern what it is. It's something you can only hear due to your extremely perceptive hearing.
Okay.
Maybe get him to accidentally double click.
Yeah, hold on. I'm trying to think about what I can actually do here. Cuz okay. Yeah, I can't trip. I can't stand up, or standing up would be very suspicious.
Right?
Okay.
I don't think there's anything to do at this moment.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like I can help Beelzebub in if he tries to do something, but I can't. Like I need somebody else here as well.
Beelzebub will move more over top of this guy so he can focus on seeing what he's doing.
It's probably going under the table, if I had to guess.
That's why he's
Maybe
watching
a
for
pat.
any movement.
Yeah. Gordon just continues with his questioning, just trying to give y'all more time to figure out what's going on.
Chef's gonna knock a pencil by Tulson's feet. Because I'm sure we had like pencils and pens to write down the notes of the trial.
Yeah.
He's gonna knock it make it look like an accident, but he's gonna like be reaching for it, accidentally backhand it. It's gonna roll to be by Tolson, like around here.
Yeah, you knock pencil down and you bend down to pick it up.
No, he was like,
oh.
I would have Tolson do it.
Towson, yeah,
Towson,
Towson
would you
leans over to
mind?
pick up the pencil. Are you getting rusty or something?
No, I think I accidentally knocked it under his desk.
Excuse me, sir. He goes to pick it up, and
As you
he's
are
going
going
to.
to pick it up, Mr. Decaneth, could you please describe to me in detail the events of the day where you caught Mr. Merrix Decaneth in the supposed act of his crime? Mm-hmm. Kill very good, fella.
He's dead.
Mm-hmm. You're all good, dog.
Old Charn.
Old Charn. At this point, the light starts glowing red.
So do I hear the clicks?
You hear the 2 clicks.
What about Tolson, who's currently under the desk?
As you look under the table and the 2 clicks happen, Evel, you know they are coming from this person.
Mm-hmm.
Tolson, as you look under the table, his hands are above the table writing. And below the table, nothing is happening. You cannot see anything.
Hmm. Wait, if wait. Since he's not looking through Beelzebub's eyes, but he still has detect magic on, Does he
Mhm.
see anything? Any small aura from like the pulse?
I want you to go ahead and roll me an Arcana check to see if you can pinpoint where the pulse is coming from.
Come on, baby.
It's actually just a
25.
butt plug.
Coming from his left shoe.
He's tapping
Dispel
his
magic.
toe.
So I would not recognize it as him tapping his foot.
You do not hear him tap. You cannot recognize it as that. No.
He's tapping his toe
Dispel
in his shoe.
magic. 4th level dispel magic.
Go ahead and roll me a spellcasting ability check.
Is it above level 4?
Go ahead and roll me a spellcasting ability check. This is important.
Okay.
If we have any inspos, this
Ooh.
might be where we throw it.
Do I just use my modifier?
It would be your spellcasting attack modifier. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So like my
It's
attack modifier.
It's the same as your spell attack. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. So
Plus-
It's whatever your
plus
spellcasting
1.
ability is plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, it was on a nat 20. Hold on. I wanna. I could. That's what I'm gonna do. My last inspo. Godspeed. Nah. 16 plus 5.
A 21.
Okay.
Now it's
21.
important. The light is currently glowing red. Are you going to let Kingston continue with his statement, or try and get a different question asked?
I thought I already dispelled the magic on it.
You did.
Oh, okay. I get what you mean.
If you can
Uh,
like give Chef some notion, he can kind
But
of like.
you know from Kingston, you don't know how long this will last.
That was a 21 there. He's going to telepathically
ask
to
something.
our lawyer guy. I keep forgetting his name.
Re-ask the
Gordon
question.
Thornflash.
Sorry, if you said his name, can one person say it?
Gordon. It's his name's Gordon. Commissioner Gordon.
Okay, Gordon. Commissioner Gordon, got it. Ask a simple, easy question now.
My apologies.
It
for
has to be
interrupting you.
true.
My apologies for interrupting you, Mr. DeCaneth. What color are your eyes? The light stays red. Everyone in the courtroom looks confused. There's a lot
Quickly,
of
another
murmur.
one. Another
what,
question.
What color are your clothes? Or what color is your jacket? It's still glowing red. Your Honor, you can see him plainly. It has been tampered with. Order! Order!
Boom, 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 boom. The whole courtroom just.
Yeah, I need to. Just
Gavel
the whole
sound
courtroom
effect?
Gasps. Yeah. Oh.
But this is an outrage. This is unprecedented.
The attorneys to the bench now.
Murmur, 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 murmur.
We need some music.
We are listening to it.
The music.
Oh, what? No.
This is whenever you make a point in the case.
Mhm.
Well, objection, I think it's called.
No, objection is one of the bass songs. This is pressing pursuit.
Ah.
Uh,
Anyway.
The two attorneys come up to the bench. Adele, with your superior hearing, you can hear this. You just hear Barrymore going, "What is the meaning of this?" And then James O'Fay goes, "Your Honor, I have no clue. The witnesses have stated that they believed it to be tampered with, and now
I
we have
cast
seen
Zone of
proof it is not
Truth.
functioning as intended."
Zone of Truth right there on them.
I'm gonna also do that? Is it a visible thing or invisible?
It's invisible. Go ahead. If you're going to...
Actually, Chef won't do nothing.
What? That's a.
No.
How did you know?
No.
How did you know? How did you know? Hold on. How did your character know? How did your character know? He does it. Mhm.
Okay, we'll continue with your conversation now.
It's the guy behind us. I whisper really quietly.
Towson leans over to y'all. Watch this. Taps his staff. The zone of truth on the guy on Saul Goodman.
Okay, let me roll his save. What is that? Wisdom or charisma?
Um,
I hope it's wisdom.
let me double check. I think it's
It should be Wiz. Hold on. Zone of Truth.
zone of truth. I think it's wisdom.
Zone of Truth 5e. It is. Oh, the page.
On a charisma saving throw. Oh, charisma.
Ooh, that ain't gonna work.
And what's your spell save DC?
It's not high. 16.
That is a 16 on the die.
Wait,
Go for it,
Dante
boy.
Disruption. Dante Disruption.
Dante Disruption.
He already used his Dante Disruption.
I'm
Can't-
using mine.
Wom.
Dante Disruptions. Okay. Hell yeah.
I was JoJo posing, but you guys didn't see. Maybe.
I believe Zone of Truth does state whether or not you can tell if it took effect, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
It has not taken hold on him yet. Gordon and Biram are both under the spell, however.
Fuck it. I'll double up on it.
I don't believe that's how that works.
Aw.
Wait, wouldn't it be 2 saves?
I don't think you can have 2 Zone of Truth active in the thing since it's creating a zone of telling the truth. Yeah.
Okay.
And even though he succeeded his save,
You know when he's lying.
it's the same spell.
I thought the Zone of Truth compelled you to tell the truth.
It does.
No, it compels you to not speak a deliberate lie, but if you pass the save, you know if they pass the save, and I'm pretty sure you know when they lie.
Okay.
Yeah, so you cannot tell a deliberate lie, you can twist around the truth.
Yeah. Which lawyers are very good at.
As of right now, he's not under the effect of the spell.
The idea was to catch him off guard and be like, whoops.
So they are having their private conversation up there. I'm going to say for right now, y'all cannot hear the conversation since you are talking with Kingston Adele.
You
Your focus is elsewhere.
I only said like that one sentence to him, and then I'm tuned in.
If you want to not speak with him and tune into that conversation, you can.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. How could this be possible? Someone tampered with it. I need to know who now. James, Mr. Othet. Must say, after the accusations that were thrown out, this inalienable proof that something is going wrong is not something I can ignore. Your Honor, I am but a humble lawyer. I have no knowledge of anything that could have caused this to happen. Rolling again.
Give him silvery barbs.
Do you want a silvery barbs? Do you want a silvery
What, Dante?
Do you want a silvery barbs or Dante disruption is next save?
I'm just saying, I'm literally right here, so you should use me. You should use me. I like to be
I'll
used.
use you. Dante
Use-
Disruption.
use Dante.
Good thing you Dante disruption. He rolled a nat 20. And that is a 3. Avel, he is under the effects of your spell. He is talking. He feels it. I do not know how the mechanisms of the eye function. I
He's
cannot.
dodging.
I'm not asking you how the eye functions. I'm asking if you know about any of this. He takes a moment.
He's trying to shake off the effect.
I know. He wipes his brow. This is magic beyond my understanding. I am but a humble lawyer. Mr. O'Fair,
Yes or no?
what is the meaning of this? Were you involved with the tampering of... were you aware that the eye had been tampered?
Abel's like grabbing Kingston and shaking him. He's so excited.
Kingston doesn't hear any of this.
Do they take psychic damage if they lie?
No, they just
no.
cannot.
Okay, they cannot lie. I couldn't remember how it worked. Perfect.
I'll read you the exact thing. Actually, I'll just copy and paste it so you can read it.
They
you go.
cannot speak a deliberate lie while within the radius, and you know if they lie.
He starts trying to say no, and his like mouth is closing up on itself. No.
Towson's gonna get up and slowly approach the benches or whatever it's called, the stand.
Let him fall. Fair enough.
He's gonna take the witness stand. What was our guy's name in the fancy chair?
Commissioner Gordon.
No.
In the main chair, that is Baron. That is Baron Lamb.
Ah.
Beat me to the punch, then, Jared.
Baron Lamb? That's what you said? Mr. Lamb, if you don't mind me interjecting, you will find right now his inability to directly answer you is because I have cast a zone of truth where he is standing and he has fallen for the spell. He is now unable to lie.
For example, am I blind? What did it say?
You notice a tap and it goes green. Yeah, roll me strength contested. Roll me strength, I guess.
Roll
Athletics
for
if you
shoot
want.
theft.
If you let Chef know, he's more than willing. I help. Can I roll my athletics?
Did you take your cuffs off? Okay.
I'm gonna also help, so do I roll mine or just help action?
You can roll to rip the shoe off too. Okay.
Oh, that's a really shit roll.
As he starts doing that, Avel will get
You
up and move towards
Rip
the stand.
off his left shoe and reach in. You pull out a small little button. And as you click it, it turns green. You click it twice, it turns red.
So let me ask you one more time, Kingston. Or rather the court. Am I blind?
Kingston, what do you do?
No, you fucker.
No, put it as red. Little rave party.
Gods, apprehend that man and Mr. O'Fair. Two guards come up. They take James O'Fair. Put him in cuffs. These two guards come over here. Put this man in cuffs. As you look to Merrix, for the first time in your life, you see a look of horror on his face.
Oh, that's destroying evidence.
The eye flashes multiple colors.
Yeah, the eye flashes a few colors and then all light fades out of it.
I mean, I think there's enough witnesses here.
Yeah, we're in front of the entire court. I mean, we're fine with that.
Well, I believe this blatant attempt at modifying the results
Speaks for themselves.
in the trial of Merrix de Caneth, versus the Tribunal of Thronehold. All who say guilty, raise your hand now. All 9 of the tribunal members raise their hand, including Biram. So that makes 10. In a unanimous consensus, Merrix Decaneth has been found guilty. Sentencing will resume next week. The gavel slams down.
Tulsin's gonna walk back, and he's gonna like smugly look at Merrix. I thought you could do better than that.
Merrix doesn't say a word.
Oh, physical contact. What are we doing? Oh. It's alright. We got him.
Is Kingston good? Is Kingston free to go?
Biram actually is walking down the steps as y'all are congratulating each other. Mr. Decaneth. Kingston. I apologize for lack of decorum in the courtroom today. And I apologize that we did not take your word to face value. I am removing the charges as we speak of your conspiracy to murder. I believe with current revelations, it is very clear to the court that you were framed and were indeed not responsible. I will arrange for transport back to Sean. Merrix Decaneth will likely see nothing but prison bars for the remainder of his life.
Do good for him.
That's the plan. He unlocks your cuffs for you.
Have the mind to just deal with him now.
I appreciate, in the face of all the odds being against you, your party doing everything to prove what is right. It stands strong as a beacon of everything Breland stands for. You are true Breelish heroes. Well, I trust you will do an exceptional job.
Do you think this would be enough to get us into the Wayfinders?
I hope that this
Sorry.
doesn't make it to the public anytime soon.
Well, there were publicists here. This will probably hit the Kornberg Chronicle first thing tomorrow. I would
And
guess.
out of character question, this is the king, right?
No,
Okay.
this is Biram Lan. He is the Breelish representative. He is the Breelish representative in the Tribunal of Thronehold. He was presiding over the court because it was the trial of a Breelish citizen. He is a very important person here in Thronehold.
Okay. And just going to take a step forward. If I may have a moment of your time, since this is going to become public, there was a protest for the Warforged going on slightly before everything came to light. I fear that without proper protection, that the many Warforged may end up paying the price of what Merrix has done. Is it possible that there could be a representative to speak with the leader of said protest?
I will see who I can contact back in Sean.
The
Do you know-
leader was soldier.
Soldier. I will have people seek him out. However, do know that although I hold a great deal of authority here in the Thronehold, no man is powerful enough to control the press. I cannot control the stories that come out of this.
I understand. I just ask for a chance for them to have some form of protection.
Kingston.
I will do what I can.
Thank you.
Towson turns towards Kingston with the biggest shit-eating grin possible. Puts his hand on your shoulder. Looks you dead in the eyes.
And they kiss.
Just no, non-canonical.
For now.
I have something very important to do. Would you like to come with me?
Yes, he is. Which, by the way, I'm just gonna send y'all, now that y'all have officially cracked the case, do you want to send my Merrix? Do you want me to send? I'm gonna send you my Merrix's plans, so you know exactly what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
Kingston, put him down.
Hell yeah. Go ahead and roll me intimidation with advantage. Sure. Fucking go for it.
Fuck this guy. Wow.
Fuck white people.
20.
I gave you advantage.
Yeah.
Legendary resistance does not care.
He is mortified of you. You see true fear in his eyes.
Payback for what he killed you.
And from this moment, this man that throughout your entire life has been this all-powerful force, someone you would never be able to overcome, now looks pitiful and pathetic. He is nothing. He is an ant beneath you.
Update the autopsy report. I mean, Tulsin's right behind him.
All right. Does that mean we can get going then? I have somewhere to be. He's just gonna start walking. If you follow him, you follow him.
Of course. He'll get
I'm gonna-
he'll stand up again. Oh. Oh. You know me. Got the eyes of an owl. Because they're blind. Well, never mind.
Y'all avoided one of the biggest ploys that they had planned.
What was that?
Merrix has two hidden house candidate agents hiding in the back of the courtroom. These
Oh, that
agents
part.
prevent the party, primarily Kingston, from interfering with Merrix's plans. One operative carefully keeping an eye on the anti-magic cuffs around Kingston's wrist. If he in any way removes these cuffs, the agent will signal the other, who will immediately cast Mind Spike on Merrix's defense attorney, James O'Fair, who will take 12 points of damage, dying. As soon as this happens, the House Decaneth operative in the gallery, seated right behind Kingston, will yell out that his cuffs are off, with the goal of convincing the court that Kingston killed James O'Fair. They know
They
you're a
wouldn't
sign.
know that.
The thing is, they wouldn't know what killed him. They would just know he died instantly and your cuffs are off.
Cook, I'm sending you where Taliesin is going.
Yeah, I know you are. You don't need to send that to me. I'm not stupid.
I love that you know.
Yeah, we're probably gonna go visit the wizard's foreskin, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The what?
The
The
wizard's
where?
foreskin.
Oh, what?
That was
You'll see. You'll get a good look at the wizard's foreskin. In
if
a
you
minute.
if you watch the beginning part of this VOD, you'll know what I'm talking about.
You came in at probably the coolest part, Dante.
Oh, I totally did. Thank fucking.
Right
thank goodness.
after the shit fest happened.
Yeah. I'm gonna shatter it.
What?
He was gonna shatter the fucking eye.
All right, no spoils. No spoils. I still have a whole VOD to look forward to, boys.
All right. Well, y'all have successfully beaten Merrix Decaneth in the Eye of Deceit. That's
That's really cool.
That's like the Phoenix Wright trial name of this, the Eye of Deceit.
That's probably gonna go how it's named, given the entire nature of the trial.
That's exactly where I was taking us.
Yeah, that'll be our final scene of the game. Y'all make it to the Wayfinder
Taliesin's
Guild.
gonna stop off and get like some champagne first.
You stop and grab some champagne, make it to the Wayfinders Guild. You go to where those hidden passes are stored that the fucking fire
Ramsey's Iron Curtain.
that Ramsey's Iron Curtain told you about, so that you have your passes so no one can give you shit about being there. You do notice the firebolts are gone now. They are out of town.
Aw.
No party.
All right, gentlemen, it's time. Gonna go up to the door that they were in last time.
Oh.
There he goes.
You open the door. Can I help you? Oh, it's you,
Hello.
motherfucker.
Yes, it's me again.
Leave
You'll
us
be
the
happy to. You'll be happy to know we will be joining the Wayfinders Guild most likely very soon.
in your fucking dreams.
Oh, don't worry. These dreams are about to come reality, my friend. You'll read about it in all of the papers. Guess who just stopped the violation and got the conviction of one Merrix Decaneth?
Aren't we
From
still under
breaking-
the quiet?
No,
button?
there were publicists there. The paper's gonna be on like 2 days.
Next day, more like it. This is the
Yeah,
prints it
like
first.
in a
It'll be
few
out
hours, maybe.
today.
So, just so you're aware, they were publicists for the Kornberg Chronicle, which is the most reliable source, the most reliable and trusted source of news in all of Eberron. It's sort of like your Reuters. It's where the news sources get their news from.
I don't
And
know.
you'll be
Out of
happy to
Side
know
Points? You said you were out of
we-
side points, didn't you?
that is true.
Yeah.
You would be happy to know we got the conviction on one Merrix Decaneth for violating the Treaty of Thronehold.
Okay, that's lovely. We have studying to do, so you can do your Merrix trials elsewhere. Go play
Oh.
dolls with your friends.
They don't know Merrix
You
Decaneth.
wounded me.
They don't believe
I
it.
forgot. Well, you'll read about it soon enough. Until then, he pops the bottle of champagne at him.
It pops him it pops him right in his glasses, cracking him. You piece of shit. He takes off his glasses, casts a mending. You are the most
Handsome
Vile,
man in the world,
vulgar
and wealthy too, don't
piece
forget
of
it.
Closes
fucking
the door in their
rancid
face.
shit that has ever walked the halls of the Wayfinders Guild,
Turns towards Cap.
I will
turns
make
towards
it
Kingston
my
while this guy's talking.
goddamn life's fucking goal.
This
to
guy
make
is still
sure
yapping.
You are
Shuts the
never
door.
a member. You absolute
He just
vile,
shuts the door and
rank,
walks away.
disgusting motherfucker.
So angry, he doesn't realize to open the door.
Oh, don't forget, prestidigitation. Poppers go off in their room. Black Rose's symbols. As well as a few middle fingers.
I'm just glad to have heard this.
You just
Oh,
hear
I feel
all
so
the
much
slurs.
better.
I hope the muffled fuck yous were coming through.
Yes. Foaming
Well.
at the mouth.
We should probably grab some glasses for the champagne. And when we get back to Sean, I will have one of our best vintages open for this special occasion.
Ooh.
Y'all, y'all go have a nice celebration with champagne. Go to bed. Wake up the next morning to Gordon Thornflash at your hotel room door knocking. He hands y'all the latest copy of the Cornberg Chronicles, and you see front page headlines. The Eye of Deceit. Up and coming adventurers, the Eyes of Dura from Sharn.
You mean the
Will
Black
the plan.
Roses? You said Eye of Dura 3 times.
Eye of Dura. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself. The Black Rose. I'm so Friday game pilled. You don't understand.
Dude, I know, dude. Like I heard it, I'm like, I know what he meant, but
Up and coming party, the Black Roses. Foil Merrix Decaneth's plans to foil heir apparent leader of House Caneth, Merrix Decaneth's plans to sully the Tribunal of Thronehold. And there is just a glowing review about how y'all uncovered this incredible secret plot by Merrix to trick the tribunal into giving him a not guilty verdict for the crimes he committed.
Oh, there the wizard's full skin is gonna be seeing this soon.
So, I just want it to be known. Y'all are no longer well known in Sharn. You aren't a newspaper that goes across all of Corvair. Yeah, what do you do? Beautiful. All right.
Oh,
Y'all
I hate
are
to ask this
escorted.
question.
Y'all are escorted to that morning. Y'all pack up your stuff. Are escorted to a ship. And take a trip home. One moment, actually. Chef, you sent a sending to Soldier?
Yeah.
You get a response from Soldier. He just goes, not in Shan. Will be gone. Not in Shan. I'm counting. Will be gone for the foreseeable future.
TTYL.
I apologize. I know the Warforged are strong. We survive. But you make it onto the train headed back to Sharn, and we will pick up with y'all back home next week on A Taste of the Skies.
No, not next week. Next week.
No,
Whatever.
next week.
Oh, next week?
Yeah. I'll just be here probably around like closer to 9.
Yeah, we'll just be starting a little bit later, but that's fine because Sean normally has his tournaments anyways.
Let me check.
So
if
I
can
hate
do
to
that,
I hate to
actually.
ask this. I hate to ask the question, but we did just hit a pretty big milestone. So
Yeah, y'all are level 9 now.
yeah,
Let's go!
I need to
Someone
check
at Dante
them.
that y'all leveled up so he can level up.
I will not be able to do a late night session on next Thursday.
It'll be
yeah.
a shorter session.
Okay, I was about to say because I have to be up at 5.
It'll be short, starting later, and nothing major should start next session. So if you need to dip early, it shouldn't be the end of the world.
I may just not show up to this one, and y'all can just go without me, because...
Alright, if you're cool with that.
Yeah, it's fine. Because I would, I have to be up at 5, and I work until 4, so...
Alright.
I do not want to do that.
Alright, well, I do have work in the morning, so I'm probably going to dip pretty quick. I hope y'all enjoyed the trial.
Coke, I have one question.
Yeah.
Because I don't actually know it. For the level up for the Beelzebub contract, what are the ways, like the level upgrades again? Like at what levels and what was it?
2, 6, 10, 14, and 18, you get 4 new contracts every level upgrade.
Oh, for Beelzebub specifically, because it changes the summons.
Oh, yeah. We would need to look at what specifically he would go up to next, because 10th level would be his next upgrade.
Okay, cool.
I'll try and hop on a call with you sometime, like maybe. When are you free? Saturday?
Saturday?
Yeah. I'm going to the Cowboys game on Sunday, so I'm not really gonna be free at all on Sunday.
Wait, what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Let
This
me
isn't
look
working right.
real quick.
If not, we can try and find some time next week. But I want to make sure we have that hammered out before the session.
Okay, here's my schedule. This upcoming Saturday would be the 12th. Oh, I only work 9:15 to 2:15 Saturday.
If you multi-class, do you still roll for health?
Yeah.
Or is the first level maxed? Or is that just the first level flat?
If you're multi-classing, you roll the hit die for the new level.
Okay.
You only get max health on the first level you take.
It's not letting me roll for some reason.
If it's just giving it to you, then take it, I guess.
No, it just...
So wait, what?
It physically will not give me health for some reason.
What level are we now?
9.
9th. Y'all are almost hitting. Y'all are about to hit that big 1-0, and you spellcasters can now. Well, actually, I don't think we have any traditional casters in the party, do we?
I'm trying to multi one into sorcerer, but it's not working.
Yeah. What I meant is because the traditional casters are getting their big boy spells, but you're a fucking warlock.
Woo.
Because we've got a warlock and a scion who uses psi points.
And a ranger.
And a ranger and a paladin. So
Paladin, sorcerer, multi-class.
Paladin, sorcerer, Paladin, sorcerer, multi-class. But the important thing is you're not a paladin who's getting his access to 4th level spells. You're not a sorcerer getting 4th level spells right now. You're a sorcerer getting 1st level spells.
Okay.
What sorcerer subclass?
I'm thinking I might actually talk with you about that later.
Right.
Or in one-on-one, depends how much time you have. I'll be swift if you just want to talk about it now.
We can talk about it later because I really do want to get to bed pretty quick.
That's completely
I
fair.
get
I'll go ahead and
Eldritch
cancel it for
Invocation.
now.
Alright, does anyone need anything last minute before I dip? Jared,
No?
end the recording.
Yeah, and the recording, bitch.